The broadband bully.
Yeah,
Let's go.
money talking over here. I don't understand the broke boy. We don't even speak the same language. We view life from a different angle. I put my flaws on Front Street so they cannot put me on blast.
No.
Did a bid, came home, turned the trap into a podcast. The best damn podcast.
Roll up.
The best damn podcast.
Left.
The best damn podcast.
And MM2K.
The best damn podcast.
Let's go. Yes, sir. You are now in tune with the broadband bully.
Yeah,
Let's go.
money talking over here. I don't understand the broke boy. We don't even speak the same language. We view life from a different angle. I put my flaws on Front Street so they cannot put me on blast.
No.
Did a bid, came home, turned the trap into a podcast. The best damn podcast.
You already know what it is.
The best damn podcast.
This is what we do.
The best damn podcast.
Let's go.
The best damn podcast. We the greatest, we the greatest. Tell them haters they can hate us.
Yes.
Never switch up on your homies for the latest sensation.
do that over here.
Keep calling us toxic, screaming out, change up the format. Now watch how they copy us. Numbers jumping through the super chat.
Next year,
The best
720.
damn podcast.
J-Dub.
The best damn podcast.
Left.
The best damn podcast.
And MM2K.
The best damn
Let's
podcast.
go. Yes, sir. You are now in tune with the broadband bully.
Yeah,
Let's go.
money talking over here. I don't understand the broke boy. We don't even speak the same language. We view life from a different angle. I put my flaws on Front Street so they cannot put me on blast.
No.
Did a bid, came home, turned the trap into a podcast. The best damn podcast.
You already know what it is.
The best damn podcast.
This is what we do.
The best damn podcast.
Let's go.
The best damn podcast. We the greatest, we the greatest. Tell them haters they can hate us.
Yes.
Never switch up on your homies for the latest
do that over
sensation.
here.
Keep calling us toxic, screaming out, change up the format. Now watch how they copy us. Numbers jumping through the super chat.
Next year,
The best
720.
damn podcast.
J-Dub.
The best damn podcast.
Left.
The best damn podcast.
And MM2K.
The best damn
Let's
podcast.
go. Yes, sir. You are now in tune with the broadband bully.
Yeah,
Let's go.
money talking over here. I don't understand the broke boy. We don't even speak the same language. We view life from a different angle. I put my flaws on Front Street so they cannot put me on blast.
No.
Did a bid, came home, turned the trap into a podcast. The best damn podcast.
You already know what it is.
The best damn podcast.
This is what we do.
The best damn podcast.
Let's go.
The best damn podcast. We the greatest, we the greatest. Tell them haters they can hate us.
Yes.
Never switch up on your homies for the latest sensation.
do that over here.
Keep calling us toxic, screaming out, change up the format. Now watch how they copy us. Numbers jumping through the super chat.
Next year,
The best
720.
damn podcast.
J-Dub.
The best damn podcast.
Left.
The best damn podcast.
And MM2K.
The best damn
Let's
podcast.
go. Yes, sir. You are now in tune with the broadband bully.
Yeah,
Let's go.
money talking over here. I I don't understand the broke boy. We don't even speak the same language. We view life from a different angle. I put my flaws on Front Street so they cannot put me on blast.
No.
Did a bid, came home, turned the trap into a podcast. The best damn podcast.
You already know what it is.
The best damn podcast.
This is what we do.
The best damn podcast.
Let's go.
The best damn podcast. We the greatest, we the greatest. Tell them haters they can hate us.
Yes.
Never switch up on your homies for the latest
We don't
sensation.
do that over here.
Keep calling us toxic, screaming out, change up the format. Now watch how they copy us. Numbers jumping through the super chat.
Next year,
The best
720.
damn podcast.
J-Dub.
The best damn podcast.
Left.
The best damn
And
podcast.
MM2K.
The best damn
Let's
podcast.
go.
Yo. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen. What's the deal, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and we're back with the best damn podcast. I bet you they probably ain't arguing right now. Let me hop my ass back in the chat. As you guys come in, you'll be so kind to type your name, set in the chat, hit the like button, man. Let's get the likes up, man. I'll tell you something too. I'll tell you about that. But anyway, get the likes up. Ain't go to the link right here. I mean, let's make it happen. Not a link. Yo, we live. We're live. Somebody got the chat up? Let's shout out these infidels. Joke is crazy.
Infidel.
I lost a good friend fucking with y'all. Turp no longer talks to me, man. But anyway.
Hey, look, man. You done told them that your integrity's always in question.
Mm-hmm. This bitch ass nigga gonna mute me? Bitch ass, you gonna do this shit to me?
I'm turned. No.
He hopped in the DMs like he done that shit for real.
Hey, yo, the funniest is he was like, "Yeah, man, you played yourself." Talking to the dude that dropped the 200. I said, "Motherfucker, you just don't know. You about to get it. Check those Tito's." Oh my god!
So, shout out to Dribble Pie 55.
Shout out to you.
81 Cash, Young Boy Gibb, Philip Sin 22. I'm not gonna read that. Post has a lot of money. Marcus Moore, PR Gamer, Wow 174, Heath the Heathen, Steven, Phaser M, John, Joe Henry, Maxine Entertain, Flippin', T Beckett, The Finest. We have King Reaper 74G. Ghost of New Orleans, I think that's who be on Twitter. We have been going back and forth for the last couple of days. Xavier May with the $2.
Bro.
Ghost of Tsushima is downgraded in both graphics and gameplay. Damn, we starting already. Ted Hill, Panda Mark, Crimson X25, Wholesale 22, Pose Be Too Busy Gamer, Trey Mack premieres, Stanley Magum. We got Jimmy Ty 81. We got one typical Latino, just one typical. We got the Dark Lord Fusion. We got 2 to 4. We got who else we got here? Lou, the Xbox is the best box. We got who else we got here? A Kaiser Soyu style. Jiu-Jitsu 50 styles 2 Gali. Okay, it jumped up there. Okay, because there was a name. Hold on. My bad. Okay, we got the Phantom Kraken, aka Joe Hanzo. We also have, let me see here. Tage the Mage. The Crazy Omazio. We got Javon. Shout out to McNeil Chris J with the $4.99. Hey, off topic. That fuck nigga Mask ain't been around since he got his jaw shot.
I get booty. Yeah, we ain't supposed to. Anybody heard of Mask?
He's working or some shit.
Yeah, he been working.
He been working like
I'm
6 days a week, 14 hours a day. So
yeah.
Time he get off, he only got time for family, but he hop in the DMs every now and then. John Warren, Gaming Despair, Wild Horse
Let
74,
me text his name.
Seth. We got Max City Entertainment with the $2. Crossfire X, Unreal 5 reveal. Crossfire is greater than Unreal 5 reveal. I don't know what you was trying to do there.
I don't know if it means they're going to reveal it with Unreal 5 or tech. I don't know.
Yeah. And then shout out to one typical Latino, that one typical one with the $2. He say, "What's up, y'all? Who else excited for next gen, man? We
Hell yeah.
Seek Yahweh. Let me see here.
The Most High, Yahshua. That's Mike Parker.
Yeah, Seek Yahweh. Shout out to, I'm not reading that name no more. I'm gonna ban his ass. He keep putting my name.
You know what he got your poke suck ass?
I don't know if he remakes his account, changes his name every time.
Left Out Loud Kid for Life. Let me see here. That's the name.
Hey, post on. You need a Snicker or a V8 on you, white bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just chilling today, man. It's a Sunday, man.
Oxtail sandwich. That's an oxtail sandwich.
Oxtail after.
$2. He retracted his message, so that was something.
He said what? He trying to what?
He retracted his message, but he paid us $2, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got Chubby Big Toe.
Renato
Ryan. We got ATO7.
Let
me see here. Game Changer. That's about it so far. Yeah.
Hey, Alpha J said, "What up, show? What up, show? Yo, Z, I hit you this week. That's also my man that made that thumbnail for me. Don't say no problem, big bro. You got Max, my man Max. Shout out to Max Entertainment was rocking last night and doing. He said Crossfire X, a Religion 5 reveal. I haven't. What's that? That's that old shooter, ain't it? Crossfire X, isn't it? The old shooter.
Yeah, it's a lot like Counter Strike.
Well, they redid it with the Unreal Engine 5 or something. No, that was a joke.
I guess that's what he's saying there. Maybe it's a joke. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no information on that fucking game.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, we're about to get the show up and rocking. Like I said, you guys come in, you be so kind. Hit the like button, man. Bam. All right, let me post this last link. Bring it up on my screen right now. And yes, don't forget the Xbox is dog shit. I ain't gonna lie, I got the livest chat in the world, man. I got a good friend behind the scenes. Motherfucking turtle. I ain't never joining that Discord again. Like, huh? Pardon me? Let me see right here. Display, capture display. No, let me get this on the screen right first. Capture display. Let me close.
Yeah, while he does that, man, you guys gotta check out the live streams. I had a fucking meltdown yesterday. That was bad.
Neff wanted to fight. Neff,
shit! What the fuck? What happened?
Neff wanted to pull up.
I was fucking sick of fucking crack. He joined my team. Like, good shit. He's trying to get to win, but instead of leading the team, all he did was just complain. Now it don't matter if we lose. I know my team's gonna lose. I'm a goddamn handicap. But you gotta lead. You can't just sit on the sidelines and complain. That's what's pissing me off.
You better than Trey. Hey, listen, I'm telling you right now, Neff, you got the fundamentals down. Come next generation, like when the next one come out, you just gotta play it. Just play the game. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers that may be a little better just been playing that shit forever. Like, but you got the basic shit though. You know what I mean? Once you learn to start driving and shit, or shooting, like you ain't though. That shit, all that shit.
I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with the homie Teddy Payne. That motherfucker, he took a couple of mollies. He started going off, man.
Teddy always cutting that wrestling promo.
You son of a bitch!
On the team, I'm like, God damn!
Yeah, man.
You son of a bitch, bastard! You motherfucker, son of a bitch! It's like,
my pain, goddammit! Kiss my ass, dude.
Yep.
We got him on the street now. I'm a little blind. All I see is
shit.
Alrighty, we gotta start these things off with the meme. So we of course have Aaron Greenberg with his 480p camera, and someone saying get him a 4K camera. Goddammit! And we have the downgrade bandits at it again. Kid D, Dumber and Dumber.
Oh, Kid Smooth. What they said they was claiming to go to Tsushima was downgraded, right?
Yep. So we're gonna get that into later in the show.
Yeah.
But I guess we can move on to our sponsor of the day, a classic from Next Gen 720.
We got a classic up here.
We have a classic. I had to go into the vault for this one.
It's
a part 1, part 2, but it'll be well worth it. So go ahead and play the top right video first.
Hold on. Let me go back. Sometimes when you hit play, that bitch just move the screen and slide. There we go. Strange. He need a counselor. Somebody get a Blackbuster critic, Dr. Phil, please. Listen to him.
He's done a lot for gaming. And he's done a lot in our gaming childhoods too. But what I just can't stand is the disrespect people have for this man. Now, it is completely fine that people do not agree with how he was currently leading Nintendo. That's completely fine. It's okay that people are more concerned about, what's going to happen with Nintendo now. That's completely fine. That's how they feel. That's fine. I don't see that that's disrespectful. But what I'm talking about, the disrespect I'm seeing in these gaming groups and on Twitter is this console war bullshit. Now, you same motherfuckers want to pretend that you guys have been gaming for decades. You guys have enjoyed games like Kirby, Pokemon.
Hey, bro, I'm 37 years old. I ain't never played no motherfucking Kirby or no Pokemon, but I'm gonna let you continue getting this shit off your chest. Hold on.
I made so many enemies over this
You
video.
wanna mock the man that helped bring those games in your childhood to life? You wanna mock his death? Or
nigga, please.
some console war bullshit? I've seen it in these gaming groups where admins have to delete this shit that was disrespectful.
You talking about Bang Bang?
You Nintendo Jones will have no release now. Oh, he's dead because Nintendo's dead and the Wii was dead. I've seen this shit.
Hey yo, I'm sorry. Listen, that's why I got. Listen, let me say this. That's why I got to string up a goddamn bad luck. It been Skid Road after this video. Since I cut this goddamn video here, it's been all down to. I was assaulted. I was accosted. The police beat me ass. You know what I mean? Motherfucker shot my car. My head hit the windshield. My face still fucked up behind it. Listen, motherfucker. I watch. Listen, not the Book of Job. Was the Book of I watch is on my ass. Pause. Ever since I cut this goddamn video, yo, I ain't lying, bro. Been all downhill. Huh?
Oh, but can you give us some background on this video? Like, who is this one speaking? People think it's Baron in the chat.
What? In what chat?
In our chat here, people don't know who this person is.
Oh no, that's Blackbuster Critic. You don't know Blackbuster Critic? Look, this is Shokyo's brother. It's Black Nintendo guy. You know when I first started doing YouTube, like I don't know how many subscribers he got, but they was pretty big in the community. His thing was going around debating motherfuckers and shit. He basically had a motherfucking meltdown over Nintendo. Actually, after I did this video here, he took a hiatus. I don't think he even does video anymore. But this is Blackbuster Critic.
You Nintendo Jones will have no release now.
Well, you can actually move on to the second video because it's only going to play
Hold up.
that one.
Let me hear this. Let me say this again.
The Wii was dead. I've seen it in these games.
Hold up.
I have to delete this shit. That was disrespectful.
What I say?
Nintendo Jones will have no one to lead you now. Oh, he's dead because Nintendo's dead and the Wii was dead. I've seen this shit. It makes no sense.
Hold up, yo. Hey, I went too goddamn far, yo. I said he's dead because Nintendo's dead. Hey, I'm going straight to hell for that one, brother. Oh, man. I'm going straight to hell for that one right there, man. But yo, this motherfucker older than me. This nigga got a straight milk, though. He started crying and shit. Hold on, you got the second part of this shit?
So sad.
So sad.
It's so fucking sad. I can't stand it.
I can't stand it. It's so sad.
Nice crying.
He's a great man.
Shit crazy.
He's a great man.
Nigga started crying.
Appreciate everything that he brought.
Everything he brought. Dictator gaming. Oh. Why?
Yeah, I'm going
I was a great man. I respect what he done to everything for gaming. He said this motherfucker was Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Bronze.
Like you can't listen, you've been on the internet long enough, and you up this motherfucker crying over another man that you don't know. Mm-hmm. Is it a major loss to the gaming community? Yes, it is. But it doesn't warrant your grown ass up here crying, Earthworm Jim. Put your big boy panties on, man, and toughen up. Because you, my friend, you doing a lot of name calling and choking your motherfucking self. So you should be the last person to complain about somebody else's comments. They tasteless comments. So not like I said, I don't care personally because it doesn't bother me. But if my skin wasn't as thick as it was, you said some very, very insensitive things about me. You don't know anything about me. Say I'm uneducated. I've been to Seton Hall for 2 years. You know nothing. All you know nothing about me whatsoever. What you assume? I posted a picture of some money or something just for inspiration. Oh, I had to make that money selling drugs. Why?
I probably did. You fuck.
All
nigga.
you do is stereotype your damn self. So knock it the fuck off, man. Spitball head. Like you need to stop. Your girl need to walk in your room right now and slap the shit out you. He put his Pokemon gold.
Yeah, bro.
Greatest platforms of all time.
That motherfucker was on.
Yes. Just build our childhood full of fantastic, addicting games.
The Wii was the greatest console of all time, bro.
Hey, yo, that nigga was on one.
Shit. He said Pokemon, bro.
I don't know what the fuck he told you. What is Kirby? But this console more bullshit. He's dead because Nintendo's dead. Yeah, I might have went. Listen. I might have went too far with that one. Listen, maybe I might have went too goddamn far with that one, right? But listen, they made me like this, bro. You know what I mean? They made me like this. They called me everything but a child of God.
They was gunning for the kid, bro. They was gunning for you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie. That the Book of Job. The book I watch has been on my ass ever since then. Pause! Jesus! You know what I mean? Ever since then, man, I can't get right. I can't buy one, bro. For real. You know what I mean?
But we got a super chat here. DL Money Spartan God with the 199. Only thing that is downgraded is his brain cell count.
Are you talking about D? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking about failing movements, we have Ninja and Mixer, which has yet to grow even 1% year over year.
Oh shit! How you gonna get less than? How you gonna feel to grow less than Facebook gaming? Like
Facebook gaming and shit.
Yo, that shit taking off, bro. That Facebook. My man was telling me about that shit last night.
Everything's taking off except Mixer. Clearly,
Except
you see
Mixer.
Twitch, almost a 100% growth. YouTube gaming 65%. Facebook 239%. And the industry growth is 99% overall. But Mixer's growth is 0.2%.
Damn.
0.2%. This is acquiring Ninja. This is acquiring Shroud. This is acquiring whoever else. And they grew 0.2%.
55
this time.
Here's the thing. You know what I've noticed since I'm new to this whole streaming thing, like gaming and shit, right? Like really like trying to do something with it. I noticed that Twitch has, because even like me from I already have, you say, an audience here, whatever, on YouTube, you just come over to Twitch. There are two different communities. And what Twitch has going for it is the community. Don't get me wrong, like I said, Mixer, if they don't fold it, whatever, I guess it'd be, for smaller guys to break out and whatever the fuck. Because even when, look, I'll give you an example, right? So remember, Nephew would do the weekly shows, whatever they're on, or the gaming events on Mixer. I had more viewers than actual people that were partnered, right? But I was, how you say, this is why I stopped fucking with them. Well, you don't have a green, you should get a camera. I was just streaming straight from the box. You know what I mean? Or whatever. I wasn't even making the money off YouTube and all that. But, when I started investing money back into the platform, you got the green screens and all that shit, right? But then I seen motherfuckers that were partnered that were streaming straight from their fucking console. I mean, what the fuck going on? So maybe it's not the context of my character. Maybe it's the color of my goddamn skin, right? But, you know what I mean? I'm just, listen, man. I ain't gonna put the tinfoil hat on, right? But I'm just saying, though, I think they know. They have to, I don't know, maybe the community. It's the community, basically, that keeps Twitch alive. Now, listen, I've been paying attention for like 2 weeks. So I'll be oblivious to a lot of shit. I have seen some of the motherfuckers that are partnered and shit on Twitch, and I ain't hate on nobody. But motherfuckers think when they faking like the animals, walking around and eating fucking berries and shit in the forest. I say, man, what the fuck is, man, listen, I listen, all my white folks out there, I fuck with you the long way, right? With my pale ass. Bitch, y'all motherfucker, man. Butter. There you go. Yo. Bitch out there running around in the phone having had some shit on the camera called the deergasm. I said, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Shit, Jesus!
That one was too much. I had to leave that one
That
out.
bitch making like 10 G's a month, bro.
Yep.
For real?
What?
Oh, yeah.
But put my black ass over. I'll be a coon. Have a coon gas. My black ass, my back ass in my yards, digging in trash cans. I'm a human coon. Look at that coon. Yeah, for real.
But what does that say though? Microsoft spent all this money on these Twitch streamers. All this money. How many AAA IPs could have been had for Xbox?
And look, can I add to that real quick, Jay? Like I'm trying my best to stay out of the console war stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm starting from scratch with Stadia. But here's the thing, man. Xbox wants to be a conglomerate, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Amazon got their shit coming out, their cloud service, and then they got Twitch. You know, Google got Stadia, and then they got YouTube gaming. Xbox, they still trying to get their footing on the console realm, and Mixer's fucked up. That's why I was saying earlier, years ago, they want to be a jack of many and a master of none. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they should take slower steps with this shit and perfect something before they try to be a conglomerate. You know what I mean? And this is just more signs of it.
Nev, what are your thoughts, Nev? You still there, Nev?
Well, like, I'm just thinking, we have nothing to do, at least a lot of people have nothing to do but stay at home all day to play games, to watch streams, to be on YouTube, to watch movies, all that. Man. And clearly with all these services spiking over 50% each, one of them practically 100%, and that was already the big dog with Twitch. And Mixer couldn't even grow 1%.
God damn.
How do you justify that?
Hey, there's no damage control in that.
I knew what I said.
Going. In fact, YouTube, right? Microsoft's latest event, Inside Xbox, that wasn't streamed at 4K on Mixer. Do you know where we're streamed at 4K? YouTube.
Yeah, bro.
Does that send you a sign that Mixer's going to be shutting down?
Hey, Moss.
Or some serious changes?
Hey,
yes, sir. I knew that would get you in the show, brother.
You my man's, bro. But you be saying some of the stupidest sound good shit I ever heard. Your shit be stupid and sound good at the same time.
Call him an idiot.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Like
let's
an
hear
idiot that sounds good. You know. Look, you ain't Kratos. You ain't look.
Dumbass.
What Mixer is gonna be a little to gain a lot situation.
A what?
It takes a little to gain a lot. They're gonna have to scrape meaning. It's some new features coming to Mixer.
What's the etymology behind that sentence? It takes
what? It takes a little to gain a lot. A penny becomes a dollar. You know what I'm saying? You understand? Look,
they're going backwards though, Post. They're going backwards.
Look, I'm just saying they have some overhauling to do to Mixer. And recently, some months ago, they stated some things. They're gonna make it more easier for. They finna make it where anybody can make money off Mixer. You ain't gonna have to be whatever Z was saying. You gonna be, as long as you on Mixer, they finna make it where anybody can make money off of it. And they're gonna have to make
hold on, Post went out. Okay.
I call bullshit on that because Moss, remember when you tried streaming on Mixer, I don't know, let's say sometime last year around Gears 5's launch, right? Didn't you feel like you're going through the FBI files to get fucking Mixer going?
All right.
Bro, they re-interviewed me. Who the fuck does that when you're trying to get a bigger player base? They re-interviewed me.
I haven't
like I had warrants.
Well, the changes haven't been implemented, but some of the stuff they was talking about last year, in terms of everybody being able to make money off of Mixer, looks like it's going to be a good thing. Now, when they implement these changes, I don't know. But yeah, they got some work to do in that area.
They got some work. We got some super chats here. Dean Almighty Spartan God with the 199. And Net still loves Death Stranding, which is false. Stir Crazy with the 5. Microsoft, but not powerful games. Jesus.
Read that one again. Your mic went out for me. What's it again?
Microsoft gave money to that powerful white man, but not powerful games. Jesus. True Havoc with the 5. Something seems wrong with this chart. Mixer looks like it should be measured in billions, but it's measured in millions. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Tank with the $5. Y'all sound like the grocery store. I'm Billy eating. What? Someone want to read that one?
The banana that don't like shit there.
You said what? Did you say it again?
He said y'all sound like the FN on Belly eating the banana that don't like shit there.
Oh, Mixer? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Mixer, look, the visual quality on Mixer is fantastic.
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to talk.
Yeah.
No, nobody is doubting Mixer's quality.
Yeah.
We're just saying nobody gives a fuck about Mixer according to these.
Yeah, I'm looking at here. Okay, 700. Okay, as far as gaming, right? Twitch is the #1 platform for.
No, that says millions right there next
to
it.
Yeah. Okay, it's 750
you
million.
got industry growth, which is billions.
All right, now they just talking about streaming overall or just gaming.
Yeah, I think that's for streaming.
Okay, all right. So YouTube gaming 279 million. I thought YouTube would be #1, but Twitch is #1. No, here's the issue with Mixer, right? And I was saying about far as the community, right? The problem is, I'm just doing for me dealing with them, right? And and it is a good place for a lot of smaller channels if you want to go and build your whatever the case may be. It's that they, instead of letting the community be what it's going to be or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm not saying somebody go up there with a bunch of bullshit. I think you got to have some guidelines or whatever. But I am a person of color, right? And maybe as I get older and I mature, maybe I might stop saying the word effing. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm trying to keep a clean mouth here, right? But when these motherfuckers reached out to me in an email and said to me, literally, not even my channel is Next Gen 720. Zaire, I'm saying we'd be surprised with watching your shit. Zaire. I'm supposed to never tell you. I'm supposed to not. We don't. The racism and just that. I was like, racism. Like, I don't play that racism shit. So I'm thinking somebody said some crazy shit in the chat. I mean, in the in my chat, or somebody might have dropped the F-bomb or something when I got up to whatever the case. No. That's all you're supposed to say. What are you talking about, racism? I think, you might be mistaken. I don't do the racism. But if someone said something, if I'm in a party, I don't have any control over that. If I wasn't there, whatever the case, no, you guys are, the N-bomb, and somebody felt uncomfortable. I said, what, the N-bomb? Like, the fuck that's out. And again, that's just, how we talk amongst each other. And that's what I find. It is what it is, right? What's cool, right? But I'm just saying, don't get me wrong. On Twitch, I will say the opposite of that. They motherfuckers be saying all types of wild shit on Twitch, and they crack down when they want to crack down. Just don't let that go over your head. But another thing with Mixer was the mobile app didn't really work. Like it was, you know what I mean? Like that's one thing I understand about Microsoft. You in bed with Android, right? And whatever the fuck the case may be, and all these patents at the end. How you not have the same thing with the mobile store with the Windows Phone? That's what I'm talking about. This not being, why the Windows Phone fell? To go to Facebook, you had to go to Facebook.com. To go to Twitter, you had to go to Twitter.com. You got too much fucking money to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you should have their app, like, you don't have the basic fucking apps. This is that, before, really Instagram and everything took off, how you not have the apps in place, you know what I mean? And they fixed it. Mixer app was horrible, you know what I mean? But as far as quality and technology, I wish Amazon, real talk. That's why, and again, the competition is good. I want Mixer to do good because why? It's going to make Twitch step their game up. Their technology that they have, I mean, literally 101. There is no latency. Like, you know what I mean? HDR and all that shit looks fucking amazing, you know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? But say it. What makes Twitch thrive and keeps it going is the fucking community. You can hire whoever you want. You know what I mean? You need the fucking community there. They have, you know what I mean? Now, how they can go about getting that now? I don't know. I know Twitch has been around for a while. You know what? Maybe next show we might do a separate show on this. We can find maybe go back and find the earlier Twitch numbers and what they used to be. I'm quite sure we can find them. I know Amazon owns Twitch now. I know who they bought it from and what their numbers used to be, and maybe compare, because before it was Mixer, it was Beam. I don't know how long this been in,
you know what, Z?
In service, yes.
Yeah, I have to say, you guys always find a way to stop Xbox legs.
Hey,
game is the system, and now it's Mixer, my
nigga. Hey, listen. Hey, that's why I met your weird. Hey, listen. Post. That's how I met your weird ass in the chat eating spicy cabbage on Mixer, right? Right or wrong? Hey, yo, listen. Hey, listen. When it was still called Beam, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
You remember I was doing the shows and shit. I had more consistent viewers there than motherfuckers that was actually partnering. They didn't want to take it to business. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was just doing it on Fridays. Like, you know what I mean? Again, I was, my mother running the goddamn streets. I wasn't even doing it full time or anything like that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. We got some bills here. But we're gonna get those numbers. We're gonna come back in, and to be fair, and compare around the same time. You know what I mean? We got some more bills. If
someone wants to get AP the shooter with the $4.99 right there.
Yeah.
Let me see. AP the shooter.
AP, what up, bro? You want to knock Progress Smooth the fuck out?
AP the shooter with the $4.99 for post lie. D lie. Numbers don't lie, fuck nigga. Mixer is dog shit. Stop capping. MS hustling backwards, dumping all this money in ish, and it don't make no profit. Yeah, that's why they're $1 trillion company. Coop man.
Bro.
With the $1.99. What's good, fellas? What's up, Coop man?
Good.
True SSJ with the $5. Fuck nigga, I told you to correct me, not tell me. Shouldn't 37 million look like billions?
Nah, because ain't nobody got billions up there. That's a lot of goddamn time. Ain't nobody, you know what I mean?
37 billion people? Nah.
Yeah, ain't nobody got billions up there. Yeah.
The billion number is just for the total, combining all of them.
I mean, and then the hours watched, maybe, but no.
Yeah, that's a lot. Goddamn, that's a lot.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do yourself.
I think somebody in the chat said this is just simply game streams, not even videos.
Yeah, well, I guess you could post videos on them. Screenshot this real quick. I guess you could.
Nobody does though.
Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, I gotta step my game up on Twitch, man. I gotta hide a video edit. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I have no stream. One stream every day on Twitch for 10 hours. I made $3.14 and 2 subscribers. Hey, I'm eat your ass. You go with the leaders? Before my kids starve, I'll eat your ass. Like, pause. Like, bro. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me get the show back over in the front. I have to take a screenshot of something. Yo, and also they say, see, listen, I sent the t-shirts out. I ordered these motherfuckers on April 4th. Like, some people start, Tim Dog got his, some people started, I listen, that has nothing to do with me. I'm screenshotting motherfuckers, I'm giving motherfuckers their tracking number. That's what I was doing right there. That's out to my brother, the Ruham. Let me get this shit back up on the screen. You know what I mean? That's out of my control. Present. Let me go right here. Now, on the screen, we got Daredevil. Let's talk about it. Display capture. Bam.
Yeah, so this is an interesting rumor that came actually from 4chan. So I'll go ahead and read the rumor, and then we'll talk about any evidence we have right here. On 4chan, a user claimed Marvel is cooking up a single-player, story-driven Daredevil title that will release on the PS5, Series X, and PC late 2021. Now, again, this rumor could be fake, or it can be in 2022, but they claim it will be in touch with someone who either works at Marvel Games or has close connection to the brand, which spilled the beans on the company's future plans. The alleged Daredevil game is said to be an open world set in modern day Chicago with a noir detective game vibe. That's already a bit of a red flag since Daredevil really lives in New York, but they said they're doing this on purpose to be different from Spider-Man PS4. But what makes this rumor interesting is Troy Baker. We know he's a famous voice actor in video games, right?
Yeah.
He said, and he's quoting a tweet from IGN talking about what was your dream superhero game? And he actually adds Bill Rosman, who's the head of Marvel Games in general. So the mobile games, the Spider-Man PS4, he's ahead of all that, right? And he replies to Troy Baker saying, "You, sir, are clearly a man without fear," which is Daredevil's catchphrase. The man without fear.
So he's voicing Daredevil.
Yeah, and somebody else quotes the same tweet saying, "Somebody please make a Daredevil game." And Troy Baker says, "Grace, we've talked about this."
Yeah. Who you think? Here's the thing. First of all, is it a movie coming out?
That's confusing about it. So we know Netflix had the rights to have Daredevil.
All that's gone. All that's gone.
Yeah, all that's gone because Netflix canceled, of course, because they had a falling out with Disney. Now, what's interesting about that is Daredevil cannot be used for 2 years after that cancellation, meaning Marvel can't touch him, Netflix can't touch him. Nobody can use Daredevil at all for 2 years. Now, that's going up in November. This November, you can start using Daredevil again. And if this game comes out 2021, 2022, that can correlate with Daredevil's potential comeback.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense, Nethus, because just because no one can touch that IP, that means that they can't release a movie or anything like that. But that doesn't stop a developer from making a game
Yeah, it's
and
worth that.
waiting for
Yeah.
that, waiting for
That's
it
a
to be
mess.
done. So
I'm sorry, yeah,
that time frame could be actually accurate.
But
We
that's
could
Yeah,
be
and
seeing this in
even
2020.
adding on to that, sorry, Z.
that's cool.
There is rumors that I don't know if you watched the new Spider-Man movie, but Spider-Man's gonna need a lawyer, right? I'm not gonna spoil any further than that. And the rumor is they might use Matt Murdock, Daredevil, and the new Spider-Man.
Okay, now listen. Question: Spider-Man's back a part of the MCU, right?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah,
Yep.
All right. And Daredevil, whose universe is he in?
Daredevil's always been a part of the MCU.
yeah,
Okay, all right. So he's Disney already has him then, right?
yeah.
Yes.
It's like
Okay.
a tier 2.
Okay,
I would call it a tier
not a
2.
problem. But here's the question: I just hope if they are making a game, it's not based around a movie because usually them shit suck dick.
Yep.
Two, if here's the question: if they are making this game, who would you like to see make it?
Sony, Insomniac. I mean,
Well, yeah,
let's face it.
they got the
See if they
traversing.
rotate.
Wish list, right? But this is saying PS5, Xbox Series X, so I
Yeah.
assume this is multi-plat.
Oh, okay.
But and to be fair, that could be part of. I mean, Sony could work that deal out where they say, "Well, look, this is part of our initiative. This it makes sense to do this." I mean, we'd rather have two Marvel comic games that are going to be huge than to have one. And even though one of them has to be multi-plat, I mean, shit, Sony
You
would
think they
jump
do
at that
that?
chance.
You think so? I'm just
Especially if Nito's telling me that Spider-Man and Daredevil can possibly be in the, Daredevil can possibly be in a, make a cameo or something like that. I mean, that's not beyond the realm of happening.
I'm just thinking about workload, right? So we're saying right now. I know we all know that that Naughty Dog. No, I'm sorry, no. What's some guy's name?
Insomniac.
Insomniac are doing the next Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
So you probably expect to see that within probably like 2 years, 2.5 years, right? The next Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
I don't like far as they talk about. I don't know as far as this coming out and maybe 2 to 3 years and within his life cycle. I don't know if they have time for them to do both. And again, I don't know if Sony, but they do have that do the PlayStation Studio thing and putting games on other platforms, or whatever the fuck the case may be. So, with that being said, that could be. But I would say outside of them, I will probably who's big enough to handle this game. I would probably say either EA or I don't know. I hope Activision will get their hands on it. Activision, I think you suck dick.
EA is too busy with Star Wars and stuff like that. So
they on the what's the people that just did Jedi Fallen Order? What's the motherfucker's name?
Respawn.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going back to the Titanfall universe. They just struck gold.
Well, what's interesting about this is titled Marvel's Daredevil, like how Spider-Man was titled Marvel's Spider-Man.
Exactly.
And Avengers, I think it's Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah.
And there's a theory that Spider-Man PS4 and the Avengers actually take place in the same universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So
like Spider-Man PS4, they're talking about the Avengers are in the West, and that's exactly what's going on in the Avengers game.
yeah.
I just think this on a trickle down effect from the massive success of Spider-Man, and I think if you're gonna try to lay claim off that success with your other characters, you got to get some studios that can match the output of Insomniac in terms of what they did and the quality that they put in the game.
Well,
Spider-Man set the benchmark, man. So anything after that gonna have to supersede it. But I think Insomniac for to set another benchmark with Spider-Man on the PS5. I think it's gonna be fucking amazing. I think it's going to be crazy amazing.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna do a Daredevil or any other or one of your characters after that, it has to be put in the hand of a studio that can match the same quality as Spider-Man has put out and is going to put out.
Okay, let me throw this out here before you. Let me put my 10-4 hat on. What if it's Naughty Dog? Because you got to think about it, right? They made they basically finished with The Last of Us 2. They have been working on some other game. We assume it's another Uncharted replacement game or something.
Naughty Dog Spider-Man?
Really, Kratos?
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
sit your ass
hey, yo,
down.
nah.
I told you let me put my tinfoil hat on. God damn it.
Man, take that motherfucker right back off.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo.
My prediction for Insomniac is they're going to be making a sci-fi game next.
Yeah, I don't know. Kratos back there choking himself out right now. Please at the same
Yeah,
time.
he trying to
Hey, I
get
gave y'all
Sony the
ample
whole
warning.
lineup, man.
You
I
ain't
gave
lying.
y'all ample warning.
He
I
trying to
told
get
y'all,
Sony the
and
whole
y'all still
lineup.
That
gonna
nigga
kick
pulled
butt.
that nigga pulled a Miziago on that bitch, but then he that nigga had a Miziago moment just now.
On the rail.
Swan dived into an empty pool.
Yo,
God.
what you say? What this guy that game was spearheaded by Kojima?
If anybody wants to catch up on the Bills there,
Oh yeah, we got some more. I'm sorry,
Chris J.
bro.
I got you. Let me see here. Oh no, it must be up. McNeil Chris J with the $4.99.
Yeah.
Hood ninjas don't know no goddamn Daredevil. Let my know. He's a lower tier superhero. Anyway, he said anyway. He said anyway. Shout out to Viewmaster617
Yeah.
with the $10. What's up, ZNF, Post Alex, as well as the rest of the crew.
What's up, boy?
And then shout out to Sean with the $2 who been disappearing. Jay is a fuck nigga and always be a fuck nigga.
Facts.
Foxy.
Sean, what up, Sean? Hey, Sean, I need a subscription too on Twitch. So playing fucking. Hey, McNeil J. Chris. Hey, bro, I'ma inbox you the link for your packet so you can track it. I got you on Twitter. I'm gonna inbox you your link on Twitter. All right. Because this should still stay en route. I'll let you track it, man.
I mean, speaking real quick on the Daredevil thing, Daredevil is a lower tier character. I'm not going to deny that. But you have to realize, if they were to introduce him fully into the MCU, let's say have him appear in a movie or whatever, his popularity is just going to shoot through the roof. You've seen them turn a fucking raccoon into a household name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends if Disney handles the next movie, because the first, I don't even remember one Daredevil movie with Suck Dick. Pause.
Oh yeah, but that was a Black Fox way back.
Yeah, that was trash. Yeah. But the TV series was dope. What's my man?
Too.
Yeah, my man named that played the Kingpin. That's my man from Law and Order. I don't know his real name. The white dude that played the Kingpin. He did a good job with that. That wasn't bad. Even the Punisher, but I don't even like the Punisher. Even the Punisher wasn't bad. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Oh, McNeil Chris J with the $1.99. Grocery store sending my package to Wuhan. Jesus.
Yeah, that bitch coming in from the Wuhan. You better spray that bitch down with some bleach. Literally. You know what I mean?
Well, I actually do have a slide here for Post up, believe it or not. And Post, do you want to go ahead and explain that picture? Because I saw you're in a altercation on Twitter about it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this slide is somewhat correct, but it's also incorrect.
How's that?
Not
So
like this.
images in terms of what they said with the PS5, that's true. 16 gigabytes in one direction, meaning that.
Actually, hold on. If I can borrow that, I probably should read the picture because I doubt they can read it.
Go ahead.
All right. So basically, this is going to be explaining PS5's super fast SSD, and we'll let Kratos handle this in a second. All game assets on traditional game development must be preloaded around the player. 75% of RAM goes to waste in the traditional way of developing.
Yeah.
Where on the PS5 with the super fast SSD at 16 gigabytes, 400% more detail is due in the next generation of the PlayStation 5, and preloading and wasting RAM is now an obsolete design.
Before y'all get to listen,
has to do these 4 gigabytes of those shits. The PS5 can do everything in 16 gigabytes right off the bat on the top.
I have one question before you get too technical smackle with me, right? This is my one question. I'm gonna shut down.
That's true.
I'll let you guys have it, right? To the right, I'm sorry. So the Xbox Series has to handle it in 4 parts, right? So this is my question now, and again, this is from what I had. I had a little conversation with some people that know some people, right? But what was told to me, he said to me, who's really going to shine is, whatever the case, is Sony first party. He said when it comes down to third party, whatever the hell, they're going to go down the goddamn middle. But, if Sony shit may load a second or 2 faster, 2 seconds faster. But, maybe you guys can explain this to me. If when you're playing a game, right, or let's say, so how many fucking terabytes is this thing? 825 or 26?
820.
That's an odd goddamn number. Okay, 826, right? Let's say 200 that shit is allocated for the OS and whatever. You leave you with 6 to 500, whatever, right? Just say we gonna round up. We say 500 gigs, right? All right. So if they're saying they're developing on the SSD, well, I guess they gonna just keep rewriting it. Like, you know what I mean? So if you have, I'm saying if you have 825, right, and you say you take away 200 or whatever you're gonna take away, right? So are they gonna just keep rewriting over the same partition on the hard drive for games to use, or that's what I don't understand.
Well, apparently for both systems, the games are going to be much smaller, and you're going to be able to have, for example, you boot up a game, it's going to download a certain part of the game, already have it cached. You start playing it, and then as you get done with it, it removes it and add and keep going like that. That way, you're not wasting a lot of space. And so supposedly that's what these SSDs and these chips and all this stuff is supposed to do. So the games are basically going to be able to be smaller. You don't have to download, 200 like Call of Duty. Right now, it's sitting at 200 and some gigabytes just sitting on the drive itself, even before you boot the game up. So now I think it's going to be a lot of technology and stuff that's going to eliminate that.
On the software side of things.
Equals he just made up some shit out of his arse.
No, I'm just that's what was explained by Mark Cerny.
What?
Oh shit! Here we go. Like,
Look, man.
But listen. Post Up he's the tech expert, right? He's been right with the PS5 being RDNA 1. He's been right with the GitHub leak and all that stuff. So y'all, he go ahead and listen to him.
I still believe it.
Him and D-Batch.
I still stand by it. Look, when they made the major changes to that chip, you can add RDNA2 features to it to close the gap between Microsoft. But that don't mean it's a full RDNA2 GPU. And I stand by that shit.
Listen.
And this
Lisa Sue,
call that GPU RDNA2 when you went back and made 5 or 6 major changes to the chip to get those features. So it's not a full, I don't think it's full RDNA2. I just think it has some RDNA2.
When Lisa Sue comes out on stage and tell you it's RDNA2. No, hold on, Post. You had no chance. When Lisa Sue come out and say it's RDNA2, when Tim Sweeney come out and say it's RDNA2, when the developers come out and say it's RDNA2, when Mark Cerny, hold on, when Mark Cerny himself come out and say it's RDNA2, then again, Post is the flat earther, so whatever he say goes. I mean, obviously, if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck.
Let me tell you something, Kratos. Look, those are all marketing terms. So look, I can say,
hit the like button. Come on, let's get 100 likes.
I can have a GPU, right? Because if you look at, we're just gonna go down this road just for a second. We're gonna get back on topic. If you look at, first of all, we're gonna say like this. Last year, AMD comes out on stage and announced the 5700 GPU, which was a hybrid GPU, RDNA 1 plus GCN. On that same very stage, they talks about the PlayStation 5 on the very same stage that 5700 GPU was announced, right?
So that means
hold on. The 5700 GPU comes out. Sony comes out with their specs, and guess what? Their specs align exactly spec for spec with the 5700 GPU. 448 from the CUs to the memory bandwidth to all that, it matches spec for spec, right? So what I think what happened was Sony called winner what Microsoft was doing. And then that's when the GitHub released, and it showed that Oberon, the chip that Sony is using, went through 5 or 6 revisions. Why do you have to go through
this
5
is the
or 6
problem.
Major, not minor, major revisions? Close to you almost putting out a system.
Here's the problem, Post.
You went back and asked AMD to add RDNA2 features to that hybrid as GPU. You couldn't make any other changes because it would have forced you to push the system back another year, which they was talking about when the changes was happening to the chip. They were saying, we don't think the PS5 might even make 2020.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Hold
on. Here's the problem. Let's go with Post theory. Let's say all he said is true, right? Let's say all that shit true. Why did Tim Sweeney and Epic Games still decide fuck RDNA, the full fat RDNA2, fuck all of this stuff with the Xbox got all this mega power and the T-flops, why he decided to go with fucking PS5? This is what I'm saying. Listen. Let me can answer. Let me finish.
You ask me questions and won't let me explain.
Listen, you saying that PlayStation 5 has all these shortcomings. And yet, all these developers and all these companies are choosing PS5 over the Xbox Series.
I don't know company
So
choosing.
here's the thing, right? You had Inside Xbox. You had Inside Xbox showing you all.
We was having a show. Your pony show.
You had Inside Xbox. You had your chance to show what all of this RDNA. Listen. You had your chance to show what all this RDNA can do. And then you blew it. They showed you trash games.
No. See, what happened was. See, this make me concerned for Sony too. This make me real concerned.
Shit. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Why I say this.
You going to the bag, baby. Hit the like button.
This because you had an opportunity. You went and paid Epic, a third-party middleware engine creator who your first-party studios don't even use to show off the features of your SSD. That demo they showed, it wasn't more so about the textures and the graphics. It was more so about how fast the SSD can process data. If you look towards the end of the tech demo, when the lady is flying through the air and it's just seamless, it's no pausing or anything, that was to highlight what Sony's been talking about SSD. You couldn't even get your first-party studio to do that. What's going on with Sony? To where they have to go pay a third-party middleware company that they don't even use for their first-party studios to show off the technology of their own system.
I don't know what's going on there, Post, but do you see a bunch of bills here, Kratos? I see a bunch of bills here, Kratos.
All right, let's pay some goddamn bills.
Pay the rent, goddamn.
Are we at okay. So we're at Gamer O'Malley. Yeah, Gamer O'Malley with the $5. When the PlayStation 5 decimates Xbox in November, I'm gonna need his spot on the podcast. Z, real shit. Integrity is everything. He said integrity is everything, and this fuck nigga still believes in Phil Spencer.
Oh, that Gamer O'Malley.
Yeah,
pull up.
Hey,
pull up, bro.
Hey, post up job is looking kind of shaky right now.
Thinking about that though.
Hold on, we got. I gotta pay the bill. Let me pay the bill. We got Seek Yahweh with the $2. Post got his information from the Walmart forum.
Oh,
then we got we got AP. We got AP the shooter with the $5. Post the type of fuck nigga that disagree with his doctor. Post, you're a beast. He said the doctor says, Post, you're a beast. Post says, no, I'm not, doc. I'm pleasantly plump and big bone. Remember, I know more than you, doc.
Fuck you, AP.
We got you love Dalvin. We got you love Dalvin with the $2. Post, let this fucking nigga get you off topic. Then appreciate that. We got Jay Little with the $5. What's all these companies laughing my ass off? Sony pay Epic. They have a partnership.
It's a look. Epic ain't getting out there for free. They're not getting out there for free, bro. This is the game industry. Go ahead.
Listen, Max City Entertainment with the $2. Facts. Post is 100% right. The Earth is flat.
Look, I'm just saying, it's just quite strange to me this close towards the release of these systems, and that Sony is still going outside of themselves. Okay, we got the logo, we got the controller, right? Mm-hmm. That's it, right? Yeah. Then your first attempt at showing a game that's supposed to, show off your system. And it don't even come from you. It comes from a third-party middleware engine. That's not a game. That's going to be on a demo, whatever. That's going to be on every other system. Whether it's a
let's pay the bill real quick.
Coming denominator all the way up. That's trouble. Okay. That's trouble. Okay.
Eric with the $2. Eric with the $2. Stop Post with the damage control trash. Fuck nigga. Now here's the thing, Post. Well, no. Let me. Here's the thing, though, Post. Here's the thing, right? You worried about Sony. Sony hadn't even showed you, like you said, Sony hadn't showed the thing, and yet they're dominating. They let somebody borrow a dev kit, and they go and show off their brand new engine off a PS5 dev kit. That goes to show you Sony don't have to do nothing. Microsoft is losing by its own hands. Sony's like, damn, we was gonna put something out there, but since these motherfuckers fumbling their own show, we might as well just sit back and wait.
So Sony allowed Epic to use their system
Dev kit, their
to
dev kit.
market it, their engine to third-party developers who actually going to use it instead of you get what I'm saying? Come on now. You guys sit up here all day saying how Sony has the best developers in the world and going to be the developers to use that system better than any other developer, and yet we got a third party.
Post. Let me ask you this, Post.
Company.
Let me ask you this, Post.
We got Post talking account.
I know what I'm talking about, Z.
All right, hold on. We got some bills here.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's get the bill.
We
got Xavier Bay with the $5.
Yeah.
Sony can't do ray tracing according to the image. All assets are dedicated for what's in front of you. Is Unreal 5 is on showing rocks. Now here's the thing, right? For some reason, guys are out there attacking Tim Sweeney.
Oh, now he wanted to deflect
the owner. Listen, the owner and the creator.
I'm not going to let you do that, bro.
And see, here's the thing about it, right?
No.
Tim Sweeney is out there. Hold on. Tim Sweeney is slapping them left and right, saying, "Look, we chose the best system to display our. This is our stuff. This is our engine. We want to focus on this stuff because we're trying to sell it to the mobile community. We want to sell it to the current console community, and we want to sell it to the PC and the next generation community. Why would we display something that requires hardware ray tracing when we're telling you that you can get the same results without having hardware ray tracing? The lighting and stuff that they showed, the dynamic lighting that they showed, is a demo showing you how scalable that the engine is. That you can get these type of you can get this quality of lighting without having a dedicated ray tracing chip. So he said that's the reason they didn't show off Sony's hardware, dedicated ray tracing hardware, because guess what? That's going to turn off the mobile. That's going to turn off the current generation guys, because those developers are going to be like, well, shit, our systems don't have dedicated hardware ray tracing, so therefore, it's not going to do any good. So they showed what they wanted to show you, and it's like they showed you the Luminous engine, they showed you the other engine. And so all of that is pertaining to the engine. Listen, all of that is pertaining to the engine, not Sony's hardware. He said the reason they chose. He said the reason they chose Sony's hardware was because not only did it have the CPU and the GPU, but it also had the fast speed data bus and everything in the dealing with the SSD.
God, actually, we have a slide on that SSD on the next one there.
All right, hold on 1 second. You guys get AP the shooter? Post the type of fuck nigga that disagree with his doctor. Post, you obese. No, I'm not, Doc. I'm pleasantly plump and big bone. Remember, I know more than you, Doc. These niggas crazy. You got Jay Little. What are all these companies? What's all these companies? Sony Pay, Epic. We heard that one already. And,
we got everything.
Everything Jay just said got negated this week in China, right?
Uh-huh.
So it comes out.
Shit!
Hold on.
Oh shit!
Hold on. I ain't finna go there.
No, we
I'm
finna
finna
go
to the true translation.
No,
right?
we finna go there.
If it's a 1080p screen, 2 triangles per pixel, make some compression on vertex, then you can still run this demo. No need of very high bandwidth and I/O like the PS5. It also says in the final scene of the UE5 demo, the compression and careful disk layout avoided the need for high-speed SSD. The workload wasn't that high. They also states that currently Nanite has some limitations, such as only works on static mesh. It doesn't support deformation for animation, doesn't support skinned character models, supports OPEC material but no mask.
What are you talking about?
Lumen costs quite a bit more than a Nanite. Look, this technology was shown, but they didn't tell you the limitations that come with it. So, and the fact that UE5 Epic told you that it was only possible on the PS5 because of the SSD, and that comes out to be incorrect. Fuck, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Okay, well,
we finna find out. We finna find out real shortly.
We got some bills. I hear some ringing. I can't see it though. I just hear ringing.
Oh yeah, we want to catch up on the bills there, Jay.
Yeah, we got Xavier Bay. He say add Jay the King. What the hell are you saying? And then we got thank you for your $2, brother. We got C Dub 357 with the $5. Sony used Unreal 5 to encourage third party to take advantage of SSD.
Facts.
We got Coopman 30 with the $5. PC Master Race is former Xbox fans who still be capping for Xbox. All PC guys try to play the mutual role. I don't know why my Pony brothers don't know. Hey, we know that, bro. We already know.
I ain't gonna never.
PC guys are just run on.
Nigga.
And then we got Restored Hades with the $10. Appreciate that, brother.
Restored,
PlayStation fans were starving for information. Epic throws you a snack, and now you're saying you're the best meal in the world. At least y'all, when PlayStation games go on PC, that they'll be on the Epic Game Store.
You know what?
Just a reply to him.
That's a good thing. That's a good. I'm thinking about that.
That's a good thing. Here's the thing about it.
I didn't think about that.
Shout out to Sony for confirming that they have sold over 110 million consoles, and they're still eating away at being best-selling console of all time. So they got about another year and a half. They'll surpass the PS2.
Oh, so you couldn't defend what he said or oppose it? Fuck, nigga. That's
no. I'm just saying. I just put the point. When you're number one.
The point to deal with no 110 million, none of that mean shit. When Sony
you number one,
6% in operation, cost. Fuck, nigga.
When you number one,
on all those systems, and your operation income is down 86%. Get your ass out of here.
All right, how about we talk more about this SSD? So, Moss, I see you were in an altercation on Twitter about this SSD info and about Tim Sweeney. Would you like to give the background on this little debate?
This is Moss versus King Thrash.
The King Thrash.
Thrash.
No, Thrash the homie, but this is where I'd say, even in the console war, y'all can't go too far off the reservation, right? Like, and Tim Sweeney, he liked to be cute with his words. Tim Sweeney, aka Tim Swindle, is a con man. So what I'm just trying to let Thrash know, look, don't sit there and make something out of what he said that doesn't exist. So I said to Thrash, what Tim Sweeney said isn't that this demo isn't possible anywhere else. And we're going back and forth. And I told him what he said in a way that was too vague. Thrash responds, it's not vague at all. The demo is not possible on any other scale in any other platform, even PC. I said long ago that the SSD will make games be exclusive, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, I tell you what.
What Thrash say? Wait. We gotta read
the whole thing right now.
Oh, God.
All right. King Thrash. It's not vague at all. The demo is not possible on any other scale. Sorry. The demo is not possible on any other scale and any platform, even a high-end PC. I said long ago that the SSD will make games be exclusive due to the capabilities, just like the Blu-ray did before it. There is no difference.
What? Cell phones, Jesus! No, let me stop.
Hey, yo, nah, Thrash. Wait. Wait.
That nigga left the reservation.
Wait. Yo, we gotta start calling these shit Amaziago moments of the day. Wait. I've been quiet too goddamn long. Now listen, this shit right here, like you say, this is beyond goddamn Z. Now I don't know if this is for the pundits of the crowd, but listen, it's a fuck. Remember this. What sense does it make? Business sense. Business savvy would it make for someone to make an engine or something exclusively for a third party? You know, like a console. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Unreal wants to stay actually on mobile or just like that doesn't make any fucking sense. Or them just whatever it costs them to go out there to make because them showing off Unreal Engine 5, right? Is to get other developers to use the engine. Why would they just make an engine or a tech demo, I'm sorry, that can only run on one goddamn console?
Well, there is some context here. So I was on King Thrasher's show, the Roundtable podcast, shout out to them. And he told me back when the Horizon Zero Dawn hit PC, you know, a lot of people were in denial about it, including Kratos, but he came around. And eventually, he told me that he believes Sony may put some other games on PC. I'm using the word may, but he says he will give the PC versions the inferior version. Therefore, they will buy the console to get the superior version.
So they're going to go through the R&D to make a version that you don't want to buy. And
to be fair,
with 30 frames per second, shit like that.
No. To be fair, if he meant like with extra content or exclusive
No,
content
that's
or
not what
something
he
like
meant.
that.
No,
I'm just saying.
Kratos, it's not like they go down that hill with that dude.
Hey, yo.
Down that hill.
Hey, first of all, you know them PC niggas cheap as hell. They going to bundle all of these DLC and all that shit from the drop system and that bitch anyway. Yeah, but this how you say this one Captain and Coon goes goddamn wrong. Like, this is some real life GRG shit right here.
I can read the follow-up
This
tweet.
is a Mediago moment of the day.
Marty Moss, I tell you what, let's do this. Tim Sweeney is a very open on Twitter. He avoids me because I'm on that bullshit. Specifically, ask him if he meant breakthroughs that Sony made only allowed the demo to be possible in the PS5 only. If he says yes, then you're right. So Thrash responds, why? He already made his statement. I am not stupid out there by asking him to repeat what he already said for some console war shit. I delivered my proof. The burden is to disprove
He
it's
said
on
the
you.
onus is not on me, but the onus is on you. He said, I know my God is a mighty God. My God is real. The onus is not on me, but the onus is on you, brother.
He said he already made his statement. I ain't finna look stupid. That's your
Hey, yo.
It was done. Mouse had him right there. It was done. It was done.
What are we doing here, man?
If you'd like to go to the next slide there, Z.
Yeah, go to the next slide. Yeah, that wraps it up in a nice little bow.
Yeah.
Oh, you say all that shit. I ain't finna look stupid, though.
Well, you gotta read it. I can't see it. You gotta read it for me, Nev.
Alrighty. So, if we go ahead and look at Tim Sweeney, he later admits, Sweeney says the Sony storage architecture is far ahead of the best SSD solution you can buy on PC today. And it's so really exciting to see that the console market pushing forward high-end PC market that way. While Epic wouldn't comment on any potential performance difference between the PS5 and Series X, Sweeney confirmed that the features shown today, like real-time global illumination and virtualized geometry, are going to work on all next-generation consoles.
Okay.
Another story from Sweeney says GeForce RTX 2070 Super and SSD are enough to run the Unreal 5 engine demo on the PC.
Okay.
It's a scalable engine. That's what he's trying to do.
I see I think people take this comment out of context. He says storage architecture. That's not talking about the speed of it.
No, that's not the only thing he said.
It's going into the architecture on how everything is put together from I/O, from the co-processors to the 12 channel. He's talking about the architecture of the SSD and how it's customized. He's not saying this is. I see what he's saying. That's took out of context.
Hold on, but the fuck all that. Before we get into the weeds here, because I know what my brother J Dub's going to do. Hey Z, go back one slide. Go back one slide, brother.
Yeah, as I do that, I'll just catch up on the bills. Bam with the $4.99. Post up be making stuff up, shaking my head. He sound like a crazy man. Max City with the 2. This is sad. SSD is all ponies have to cap for. Victor Allison with the 2. This dude is the same person that said Sony and Microsoft are about to work together and create a new cell phone.
Cell phones, Jesus! No, look, here's the thing. I get where J Dub about to come up with that artillery, but to make sure that we don't conscrew J Dub's comments with what Thrash was saying. Thrash said the demo is not possible on any other scale in any other platform, even PC. I just want to make that abundantly clear.
Okay, Moss. Okay. Okay, you can go forward,
Jay. You do think I just don't want him riding off your coattails. That's all, brother.
Okay. Moss, I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, some good news for Kratos.
Go back over to the
we're gonna go ahead and go down to that one slide. Right after that, Moss versus Thrash and shit.
Mm-hmm. You going to the Sweeney one or the one at the Sweeney?
You be over there.
There we go.
About the laptop?
There we go.
This laptop story. So, post up. Was it true that a laptop was running that Unreal Engine slightly better than the PS5 with 40 frames per second?
No, from my understanding of my research, you will not get me. Yes.
Nah, motherfucker, don't tell
I
you
did
now.
my research. Y'all think I be sleeping?
No, you talk about the China and Chinese. Keep
Yeah, I
that
was
energy.
talking about China. I got the real translation. The guy was like, who
And that same
translated this tweet.
translation
The
is the
translation I
same.
just read was the guy saying that this tweet was incorrect, and then he actually broke down the translation. That's what I was reading from.
Okay, but this is my own question, right?
Y'all thought y'all was about to get me.
You dead already.
That's what I gotta expect coming on this
You
show.
dead already.
I mean, is it farm demo as well?
How about this person I found with the $2? Hit the like button. Get them SSD. Jesus, tapes the mage with the $20. Damn, I am confused about the SSD. The motherboard of the PS5 is going to be an AMD AM4 chipset, correct? So logic should dictate that the highest speeds are as fast as the highest capabilities of AM4, which PCI Gen 4 XF.
Listen. These are not PCs. Stop trying to build a PS5 and X Series X just like you would a PC. These things have custom chips. They have. I mean, I mean, if you read it, Microsoft tell you all the stuff they have, all the custom stuff and the technology they built into the X Series X. Mark's trying to explain to you how they have the Kraken and all the decompression chips and coding and all of that stuff. That stuff is not in the PC. These are custom consoles. So stop trying to shoehorn a PC.
Before you respond, go ahead and reread that $20 bill, then the next one.
Okay, I am confused about the SSD. The motherboard of the PS5 is going to be an AMD AM4 chipset, correct? So logic should dictate that the highest speed should or are as fast as the highest capability of the AM4, which is PCIe Gen 4. Look, these are, y'all gotta understand when they say these systems are custom, they are custom. So you can't necessarily apply it to PC architecture. It's so many changes and so many things. Like what Microsoft and Sony is doing with the SSD in terms of I/O, in terms of what they're doing with the it slips my. But with the I/O with the SSDs, period, it can't be done on a PC. The reason why is because you're on a console. It's a closed environment.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen, so you can kind of code the hard drive to know what it expects.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with a PC,
it's general purpose.
It's
general purpose. You're dealing with so many things. You can't go in there and change that firmware or the what's the name table to do what it's doing on the console because it don't know what they expect because anything can happen when dealing with a PC. But
that's the thing. I agree, Post.
You know what the data, you expect. The hard drive know what it's going to get all the time. So therefore, you can go in there and configure it based on the data that you know is going to get. PC, you
can't.
But hold on, we got another bill there. Mac City with the 10.
Mac, what up, Mac?
Okay, we got Mac City with the $10. J-Dub capping for the SSD. Got the ponies confused. They really think the PS5 is more powerful than the X Series X, all because of SSD. Look in the chat. Ponies down. Hey, keep bringing the money, man, for that, and maybe you can change my mind. Keep doing the super chat, brother.
Hey, it's just great.
The story is that laptop people assume we're running the Unreal Engine 5 tech demo was not. It was simply a video playing. You can even see the .mp4 in the title.
But this is my question though. This is my question I have to have, right? Are Sony guys saying that the PC can't run the tech demo better than the PS5?
No. This is what the Sony guys are saying. This is what they're saying, right? This guy Tim Sweeney came out multiple times and have said, "Look, we designed this demo with the PS5 because that's what we work with. We partner with Sony.
Okay,
we built this for that. This engine that they have is scalable, so it'll be able to run on that engine. Unreal 5 will be able to run on PC. It'll be able to run on an iPhone and everything in between. This demo itself is built directly for the PS5 to show off that because they work in tandem and to show you. And he went into detail showing you why they chose the PS5 and not the Xbox and not the PC.
Explain there for the ponies. I think some ponies might have taken up a little too much hashtag keep it foxy. And I thought there were demos that only the PS5 can run, the highest end PCs could not do, and the Series X could never. But R&B with the $5, ponies are so desperate they're capping for a tech demo that can run on a cell phone.
That's not true. See,
so fake insiders can shut up.
That's the thing, right?
Wait,
hold on, Paul. Say that. This is the biggest misconception, right? Unreal Engine 5 can run on a cell phone or it can run on a high-end PC. This demo is not running on anything but a fucking PS5 because they're not making that demo for any other platform. It's a demo just to show that showcase. After that demo was made for PS5 and they showed it off, they moved on to something else. You're not going to see that demo being built specifically for the PC or being built specifically for the X Series X. It's not that kind of demo. It was just for them. That's their proprietary shit to show off that. You'll be able to download the video and watch it like these assholes on the laptop that people were trying to say, oh, it's running on the 2070. No, it's running on the laptop in a mobile browser, in a web browser. You know,
I do want to say this, that 40 frames per second, the guy from Epic didn't say that. The guy from Epic was saying that the first scene in Lumen can run at 40 frames per second on his notebook, not the whole demo. So that specific Lumen scene with the lighting scene at the first demo, that portion of that demo could run at 40 frames per second on the notebook that was running the 2080 Max Q.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
It was the guy from Epic. This is the correct translation from the Epic guy in China. Kratos, I'm on your side, brother. If you're listening to what I'm saying,
who is Tim Sweeney? Who is Tim Sweeney?
About things running on the PS5. And the next slide, we have our good friend D-Batch.
Oh shit! Next slide.
Yeah. Oh, before we go, I just want to say one thing before we go. Yeah, I got one thing to say. I'm listening tenderly, and I'm trying to make heads to tell what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
So this, I know we spent enough time on this topic. I know Neff got a whole ass to work, right? But I'm just saying. So, with the consensus, are people saying, or the guys saying that the only ain't no console, whatever, out there power enough to run this demo. Only the PS5 can do it.
That's true.
Well, Tim, okay, here's the thing. Right?
It's like saying,
I don't know where Kratos got that from, but
Tim Sweeney. I mean, it's his product.
Tim Sweeney,
the owner of the company.
Look,
why would he lie? Why would he lie?
Look, Sony went up there and said, "Look, promote our SSD and our technology." That's it. That's why he didn't say. You
stop with the media bias.
Despite Jeff trying to get them to talk about the Xbox, you know, they ain't say nothing about. They only
they can't.
The Xbox.
They can't. They trying to
Xbox.
sell the engine
exactly
to Microsoft and everybody else. Why would they?
Isn't Hellblade using Unreal Engine 5 or?
Yeah.
No. It's using Unreal. No game right now is using Unreal because it doesn't exist. It's coming out next year, at the end of next year. So don't let nobody tell you this is running on Unreal 5. No, it's not. The motherfucker. This is just a demo. This is just a demo. Nobody has it in their hands. Nobody has it.
You can transfer Unreal 4 to Unreal 5.
Eventually, when it releases at the end of next year, people will be able to port it over to PS5.
It's not coming out for 2 years, at least 2 years.
It's not coming out for 2 years. So don't let nobody lie to you and say, "Oh, this is the reason this looks like this." Because stop it, like.
All right.
Stop the bullshit.
So the downgrade is back.
Good comment about that, but Javona with the 199. Can we talk about games now? Godly.
Yeah, she get real around here. So we got the downgrade. Ghost of Tsushima is back, right? That's what I'm on the screen here.
So we got D-Batch here, and if you remember, Z, we actually did a live reaction with D-Batch at Sony's E3. I want to say 2018, where we watched Ghost of Tsushima.
2018.
Yeah, 2018. He said Ghost of Tsushima is probably running on a PS5 dev kit. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was that in The Last of Us. Yeah, PS5 or something. Yeah, I remember.
Make this tweet saying, Ghost of Tsushima looks good. Honestly, it looks downgraded to what we saw, in my opinion. It's still a good-looking game, though. Stream quality was poor, though. Rewatched in 4K and looks much better. Combat was meh. Dim QuickTime's not feeling it. What do you guys think?
As far as downgrades, I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. We always say the downgrade thing, and whatever the case, I don't think we saw enough of the game. Then you know what I mean. what they showed us back then showed good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be this. I was more impressed what I showed in 2018 than I did in 19. Not saying I'm sorry now. Not saying the game was gonna be bad, but my mouth hit the goddamn floor in 18. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? That
Yeah, it was new to you.
Yeah, you know that little, and that, what was it like? When he was inside the little hut, he snuck into the hut, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But same thing with fucking what you call that goddamn game?
The Last of Us.
No, the Last of Us. What you call it? With the one from Kojima?
Oh,
Death Stranding.
When they filtered that little clip of the game, I was like, and you know what I mean?
Call it down. I say downgrade.
Yeah.
I say downgrade.
Well, we got some bills here. Master says with the $2. Great show in the panel. Restored Hades
Master
with the
Chief.
10. Oh my God! Epic showed you a new engine to try to get PlayStation to use it. Sony uses their engines and plan to continue that. Sony didn't even bother to tweet about this new engine or demo. Everyone else did.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that. Even Microsoft tweeted about it, but
well, they wasn't gonna use what's that?
That shows you how much Sony got publicity about their PS5 and PlayStation without doing nothing. Without doing nothing.
Alrighty. We're not going to do. Oh, so you say your team downgrade, right?
Yeah, I'm team downgrade.
Oh shit!
Team downgrade.
Team downgrade.
Porter Rock. When it comes to Microsoft first party games, my boy Post Up could never find the downgrades like he does with PlayStation first party. Post Up. When Microsoft first showed Crackdown Destruction demo, a lot of Sony fans cried foul, and it was staged. We need answers. Here come Porter Rock. Yeah, we do need answers. Why the downgrade?
Hey, that's me. That's me saying.
Who got these screenshots?
Yep, that's me. Hey, look, when you're on Twitter and you're getting the ponies riled up,
shit,
you gotta go into your Kratos mode.
Hey, yo, Post in character.
That was me in my Kratos mode right there.
Nah, that's an L post.
Kratos mode. Because I came back on this very same tweet and said it was downgrade.
Nah, that's a post.
I said it was
downgrade. I don't know.
Yeah, y'all didn't try.
Hey, yo, Post, you all gonna be down for 45 minutes. Said Crackdown 3 had better destruction than Battlefield. I don't know about this one, Post. Post, I don't know about this one.
Digital Foundry just came out with a few hours ago.
So what? Digital Foundry can't tell me what my eyes can see.
No, I get it, Post. You live in your eyes.
If you want to go to the next slide, there we can take a direct comparison.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Pardon me.
Go ahead.
Wait, pardon me.
Yeah. Go to the next slide. See. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Jesus! Jamona with the 199. Did Phil downgrade your intellect?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
God,
look,
damn.
let me tell you something, Javon. You was a coon in disguise, fuck nigga.
Damn.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
So when you take listen,
I can't see.
Look at the screen.
When you
Look
take a
at the
blurry,
screen. Tell us this ain't downgraded.
It's not
Look at the
downgraded.
post-processing effects in the 2018.
What happened? Pardon me.
Look at this in the 2020.
When you take a blurry
Pokemon Go.
It's foggy in the game.
Bro. Look at this shit.
That's the same scene. That's the same scene. Pardon me.
It's fucky. That's all it is.
Oh,
no,
it's a cell phone picture.
Nah, bro.
One is a cell phone.
It's the Mr. Mobile version.
Oh, here we go.
It's the mobile goddamn version.
It ain't in the same area. It ain't in the same time.
That's the Xbox version. One is the Xbox version.
It's the Nintendo Switch version. It's the mobile goddamn version. Pardon me.
Look at the texture.
This is pre-production. This is pre-production.
I don't care what time of day it is. Look at the texture quality. Look at the
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Does the picture on the left look better than grounded?
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Xbox is dog shit. What happened? What happened?
All right. Well, we might as well go to a grocery store the day after that one.
Oh
God
my
damn,
God! God damn! Bleeding ass.
That shit. All that shimmering in that 2018 picture, the sunlight glistening off of the trees, and because the trees is wet. Look at that, and then you come to this shit.
Hey, I told y'all when it comes to Sony's IPs, those Xbox dudes they end up with the magnifying glass.
No, that's a great thing said there, Kratos, because the denial is real in post up and in this video. If you go ahead and play.
Oh shit!
You know what, Ned?
Get 'em.
Next time you
Nah,
do the
get
show,
'em.
I'm gonna sit side by side with your ass, and we're gonna set this show up together.
Oh shit!
Because
Is
you
that
throwing me into the
one? Oh my
motherfucking
god!
bus.
God of War. Oh shit, Kratos.
That's not Kratos.
Shit me.
That ain't Kratos.
What the fuck is that then?
That's a new character.
Listen to the audience.
That's not Kratos?
No.
Sony's audience has a fucking orgasm the minute anybody gets on stage.
They got much better acoustics than
Oh shit.
than Microsoft shit.
This game looks like shit.
Yeah.
If they're leading off with God of War, this
Said
is gonna be a
acoustics.
heavily VR show. Heavily VR.
Hey, ZP Assassin goes, the new God of War is looking good. Can't wait to play it in 4 years.
Yeah. That's the thing. Nobody understands that Sony's all smoke and mirrors.
He said that game looked like shit.
Actually, it looks good, man. I'm not gonna lie, it looks good.
This is awesome. Oh, you just made this up stronger. This
You
is
did some awesome CGI, Sony. Thank you. But I hate to say this, but doesn't this look like
Horizon Zero Dawn?
Or Horizon with Kratos?
Oh my god, yeah. The foolery and fucking
Not-
runs deep on this.
Well,
one.
here's
Not
my
like
thing.
this.
If I'm Zaire right now and God of War is my favorite game, I'm not
CGI
that happy
is
right
post
now
up.
because this game does not play like the last couple of games. This is just a linear. This has changed. The whole structure looks like it's changed.
The man. First of all, the man is bigger. I mean, I like it. I'm a God of War fanatic. I love it.
Yeah,
My wife loves this shit too.
but everything you liked about it is not being shown right now.
I like the hacking and slash, the combats, the over the top, the big boss battles and shit like that. You know what I mean? I like
I don't know.
Well, the
Well,
combat is really basic in this one, man.
I was gonna say I don't know if you're gonna get that. Where's the sword? Where's the whip flying and crazy?
I mean, you got that
Is that the same hall?
Yeah, these motherfuckers tripping.
They got dinner.
Is that the same hall Xbox had theirs in?
Nah, it's a different hall.
Yes, they gotta take too much stuff up and build it back up, and it's a different place.
Yeah, this shit was classic here, man.
Yeah, but see, they take Madison Square Garden. They think Madison Square Garden sometimes has a basketball game at 2:00 in an ice rink.
It might be the same place though. It might be the same. If they go Dragon. Oh, the Game of Thrones.
No, that's it. That's all they're gonna show. That was a
pretty good.
very linear.
God of War what?
Yeah, man. Yeah, shit was man. That motherfucking God of War was epic, bro. That motherfucker, that hands down, that was the greatest E3 this generation I've ever seen in my goddamn life. That motherfucker was epic.
But that just goes back to show you, Z. When it comes to Sony's first party IPs, Xbox guys always yell down. And then Digital Foundry come out better than the original.
God of War go on to be both their favorite game of the generation.
Crab and Mooch?
When I was in awe when I saw that.
Stop. You said it was CGI.
No, I did. Stop lying.
You said it was 20 years away. You said it was running on the PS5, just like D-Back.
I ain't say that shit. Look, let me tell you something. You could tell in their voice they didn't believe none of the shit they were saying. They were out.
I've been podcasting long enough.
Yo, they were.
He said, "I'm not impressed."
Yeah, man.
Impressed. I don't know what the fuck.
But I don't understand that. Dudes be impressed by Bleeding Edge and Grounded and Battletoads, but they don't be impressed with Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon Zero Dawn and Spider-Man and none of that stuff. I don't get it.
I was impressed by Spider-Man. I was impressed. The side mission I wasn't, but the main story I was. And then the sense of flying through the city, you actually felt like fucking Spider-Man, and it was fun to just.
When y'all get a chance, go watch Digital Foundry.
What they got up there?
They said it's one of the best looking games. It's basically right next to God of War this generation. So
oh no,
that's Digital Foundry.
And Chris, you want to pay the bill right there, the holomat?
I disagree.
Holomac. Hold on.
I disagree.
Okay, here we go. Holomac with the $10. We already had these same discussions with Spider-Man, God of War, and Horizon. I'm tired of these envious fucking bots. They wish they had these games. Motherfuckers. Jealousy. All of you. Hit after hit after hit.
Yo,
And then we got Jay Little with the $5, laughing my ass off. Y'all chose the word fanboys. He said, y'all chose the worst fanboys in history. LOL. Keep it up. Hey, ain't gonna lie. I'm finna throw Z ass under the bus. He was the leader of that whole pack.
Hey man, hey yo,
You could tell Z was breaking off a little bit.
yeah, buddy.
He even said you could. He said if I'm Z, I'm disappointed. He tried to put his shit on Z. If I'm Z,
listen, real talk. God of War was the ending of BGST because that opened Z's eyes. He couldn't deny it.
You can tell they're trying to get Z to agree. And he's like, no,
this shit.
You know what? We got Bill there for you, Post.
Well, let me see what we got here.
Max City
Entertainment with the $2. The state of play was trash. Keep it foxy.
I hope the game was good though. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, look, man. When I looked at it when it first came on, I knew that the post processing that was in the first trailer had took a huge step back. Even the texture quality. Don't get me wrong, it's a good looking game, but it doesn't look as good as when they first showed it. And then when they fanned out and showed you across the field and stuff, you got all this smoke in the background that's kind of hiding the field of view. You know what I'm saying?
Stuff is burning, Post.
I'm saying smoke. No, but that's a trick too. That's a trick too because you're hiding. You're probably hiding pop ins that could be going in the back. You're probably hiding bad texture quality that could, and then you're hiding the distance. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Post. Name me one Xbox game that looked better than Ghost of Tsushima.
Gears of War 5.
Oh, see.
Also, what's that game? Damn, what?
Bleeding Edge.
No, hell no.
Let me ask this question: is there any game this generation that looks better than Gears 5?
Let me see.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? So that tells you when you're dealing with a bot.
Let me think about it. Like if I was to ask you that same question about Ghost of Tsushima, or Last of Us 2, you're gonna say no.
I'm gonna tell you it's neck and neck. I already went on. But I think right now it's kind of up in arms because it's up in the air. It really is. Those are God. I mean, think about it. Any Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghost of Tsushima, all those fucking Sony first party IPs are fucking amazing. It's to just
I see what Sony does. Sony does. If you look at the games from Death Stranding to Ghost of Tsushima, for example, these two games, you have these large and beautiful open world games where there's nobody in them. You have less NPCs and stuff like that. So when you do that, you can make graphically impressive games because there's less NPCs in the world to kind of put a help on things. Like, look at Ghost of Tsushima. You're riding around, and all that time he gets to that boat, see that fight scene, and say, it's people everywhere. But you only see like 3 or 4 enemies. Where the fuck the rest of the enemies at?
So let me ask you this.
Games that look impressive, but it's at the cost of how many enemies is.
So let me ask you this. So if I'm a game developer, I got to make a game and say, guess what? I got to put 100 people on the screen. If not, the post up gonna be mad.
I'm not saying that.
How many people? Let me ask you this. How many NPCs? How many NPCs? Hold on. How many NPCs were in Crackdown and Bleeding Edge?
Crackdown and Bleeding Edge.
How many NPCs?
Have you played the single player Crackdown?
Oh Lord.
Y'all see my point. Y'all see where I'm going with
I'm
this,
just
right?
saying. I'm showcasing and you had enemies. Look, you had enemies all over the city. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie and say enemies all over the city. Everywhere you go in Crackdown, you go to fight some regime.
Let's go back. Infamous 7 Second Son had shitloads of NPC on
and it was
inside of Living City. No, listen.
That was embarrassing. Every time I saw that game,
Post up, you hadn't played. Listen, Post, you ain't played half of these games, so I don't know.
You know what, Kratos? I'm getting tired of your motherfucking ass. Every time I try to be motherfucking on this motherfucking show, here come your motherfucking ass talking this motherfucking shit. Let me tell you something here, player. Look, the game is barren. That doesn't take away from it. You know, the game is barren. Even God of War is barren at some point when you're traveling from point to point.
So let me ask you this:
you want to run into some enemies.
do you post? So
when you
so with
create
that
games
post, with
around
that being said,
like that, you can
with
add
that being said, with Sony's games being barren, and they sell amazing numbers, they break records, they the highest rated out there. Do you think Microsoft should copy that same formula when it comes to making their games?
No.
Oh shit.
Okay.
No.
Case closed.
No. I look at it like this. My formula for Microsoft is what they use. Microsoft at one point was making games that had great single player, great co-op, and great multiplayer. And they got away from that. The single player has took a hit over multiplayer, and I want them to get back to that. Having great single player, having great co-op, and great multiplayer. And you don't have to sacrifice either one or the other one because they showed that with Halo, you can have great single player, great co-op, great multiplayer. With Gears, great single player, great co-op, and great multiplayer. And they didn't have to sacrifice neither one. That's what I want Microsoft.
Halo 5 was the worst selling Halo. What are you talking about, Post? All of those games have
Halo 5 sold
all of those games have been on decline. What you talking about?
You cried over the whole generation about how Microsoft didn't show no numbers. And y'all sit up here and say Microsoft won't show no numbers and this and that and this and that. And then you turn around and give your own perspective saying Halo sold worse than anything without knowing the motherfucking numbers. How does that work?
Saying, obviously it did, right? Because we only got 30 million Xboxes.
Here we go.
So I mean, it is what it is.
Now we're going 30 million. Okay, you know what?
Well, I know PlayStation has 110 plus million PlayStations out in the wild. So Sony are revealing their numbers. And obviously,
but how many people went back and brought a PlayStation? Or rebrought a PlayStation.
What you talking about?
Like y'all trying to do for Microsoft, talking about they ain't chill. I don't know. It was the red ring of death.
So
people brought.
So
how many PlayStations do they brought?
How many Xboxes? How many Xboxes did Microsoft release this year?
You know what I'm saying?
The OG Xbox One, the Xbox One X, the Elite, the SAD, the X. They have 5 different iterations of Xbox, and you bought every one of them. So you done slapped your own self in the mouth with that argument, Post.
Let me tell you something, Kratos. I'm gonna be honest. I don't hold on to these joints. The new Xbox coming out, I trade that bitch in, get the discount, and I'm out because you know what, my game.
But you still, it don't matter. You still bought multiple consoles. You still gave them 5 console sales.
What you talking about, nigga? You go against the system when you brought more of the systems. Then you talk all this shit about how many Xbox you brought. 50, nigga. You brought
no, I only bought one. I still got my OG PlayStation.
You brought
what you talking about?
50 of them bitches.
No. As a matter of fact, I remember buying 50 Xboxes to give away to help them win MPD, and they still fucking lost.
We gonna call your ass.
And they still fucking lost.
50 PlayStations, 50 Xbox. Your new name J50, nigga. And you can't say 50. You gotta say 50.
Let me ask y'all this: Day one, out the door. Both of these consoles launch day one. Mm-hmm. Who do you think is going to win the day one sales?
That's a good question. I won't know until we see the launch.
Come on, Post. Come on.
I won't know until we see the launch.
I'm giving you all of these shots to earn your credibility back. But you
my credibility is that.
My credibility is shot. My credit is shot. I'm ducking Renaissance.
You are known liars.
You still following
me. You and Z are known liars. So look, it's based on the launch window. We'll see when we find out the launch windows of these of what's coming out and what content will be accessible to us on the first day. We'll determine it. And then we got to see what else we got coming down in terms of services and stuff like that. We probably get some big third-party games launching day and date in Game Pass on the Series X. We don't know how this shit gonna play out. Content will dictate day one sales.
Everybody gonna play that. No, listen,
Content will dictate.
It's already a rap post. It's already a rap, man. Sony ain't even really showed shit, and they already dominating everything.
If Sony come out on PS5 with those indie games again,
we got a question for Pose.
Sales.
Hold on,
they did it the first time. They also.
We got some bills. Hold up, my man Giovanna said, "Post Halo looks mad basic, dog shit. Will it upgrade?"
Javon, your last name basics. Fuck is you talking?
Shit. I hope. Hey, no, listen. It better upgrade. It better. Listen, man. You know what? Hey, Post. No, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say that for another video because I got that audio too.
Okay, we're gonna get the rest of these bills.
No, okay, yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're supposed to be my brother. You're supposed to be my brother.
Jay with the $10. Post got the Hubble telescope looking at ghosts. But when Crackdown Buildings was breaking down like
the Hubble
telescope, that was the better than Battlefield. What are we doing here?
Hey, McNeil J. Christian, bro, I just inboxed you the link for your shit too, bro. On Twitter Monday. Hey, yo, he said Post got the Hubble telescope. God damn. Get that fucking comment of the day. Give him comment of the day then.
He say, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Ricky Bad News Brown, what's up? Well, yeah, I got your shit. Your shit gonna be sent down on the 10th, Rick. I got you, big fella.
Primex 1993. What a dope year, 1993. With the 199. Gears 5 was barren. Keep that same energy. And then
Mac.
Here we got Mac City Entertainment with the $2. I'm buying both consoles day one. Facts, I'm getting them day one too. And then shout out to Jay Little with the $10. Post, stop capping. Please, everyone knows that the PlayStation Sony brand reaches everywhere and will always be bigger than Xbox. Xbox my preference, but let's not lie. Your name Jay Little. That's enough said. Fuck out of here. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, PlayStation is out in more regions. I was a bigger brand globally. You know what I mean? Microsoft, they did well in the 360 era because they took what happened. Well, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. You know why the Xbox got stomped out this generation? Because they lost America. If they would have kept America, basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd have been insane, but they lost America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is the question: can they bring back the states? That's that. Honestly, you know what I mean? You know what you're doing in Japan is cool, but being real, Japan doesn't sell many consoles anymore. Japan is on to the mobile thing, and Nintendo. I think Nintendo has Japan in a headlock, and I don't think Nintendo's ever gonna go outside of that powerful hybrid, whatever the fuck ever again, right? This is what I think Nintendo's got their lane, the mobile docket, outside a little bit. It is what it is, right? But can the Xbox brand or the Xbox itself reign back dominant in America? And to do that, they have to do what they did with the 360. They have to be aggressive with the third-party marketing. Go out there and get, they call, they lost. That was a big mistake.
Have exclusives.
Sony still got Call of Duty.
Yeah, they got it for. I don't know if they got it for next year. I know they got it for this year. Them letting
that
go.
Got it for next year too.
Well, that was a huge mistake.
That's a wrap.
Not only did they get that, Sony. This is very important, and I keep telling you, Sony had Star Wars Battlefront. That was the first one that came out, right? Whether you liked it or not, that was huge. They had Star Wars, they had Destiny, and they had Duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And 2K, you know what I mean? Microsoft just got 2K this year, and 2K, you know what I mean? So they had all the biggest fucking multi-plats, you know what I mean? Doing things.
Sony got FIFA too, Z, I think.
Yeah, but Microsoft's FIFA's big for the UK in Europe, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's huge over here, over there. But I'm just saying, in the States, shooter box, quote unquote, they lost Duty. They didn't never have Destiny. Destiny, that was huge. To me, that's like a no-brainer. Duty, Destiny, fucking Star Wars. They just got out hustled. That's why I asked the question again. You got one motherfucking company barely can keep the goddamn lights on, right? Selling buildings, all types of wild shit. And they just went out that bitch and just got out hustled. I want to hear about Terry Myerson, motherfucking Anita Baker. I apologize. Nah. You know what I mean?
No. Let me do this. I'm gonna break these bills down first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got John Mendoza with the $10, and he says, "Z, it's real simple, players. It's real simple." He said, "Xbox won't outsell PlayStation worldwide, but they will reclaim North America and the UK. And with xCloud and XGP taking off, Xbox will have a real shot of warming more revenue." Okay, I do agree with that. And then Coop Man, I will never give you an intro again, you fucking pony. With the $5, he say Z. Sony outsold Xbox last gen after releasing 1 year later, and Xbox sold more in America. There is nothing Xbox can do. Sony will always outsell Xbox. I
We
agree.
talking about software, bro. We talking about software.
Oh, okay. I'm not. Listen, they did with this one. 95, 94. I ain't going back with it. Yeah, I'm just talking about when it comes to software sell. The Xbox like 3-1. You know what I mean? And again, in quote unquote North America, we buy more. I say the biggest market, we spend more than anybody. But I'm not here to bicker about the sales. I'm not saying that why it looks so bad now. What I'm saying is Microsoft outside of Europe, the UK, Xbox has never really had a presence in Europe. You know what I mean? Why they did so good with the 360 generation is because they won the States in America. You know what I mean? Globally, yes, Sony outsold them. You know what I mean? And sold more consoles in Tibet, Indonesia, and they're in all those little small markets there. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. Why things look so crazy now is because they got over 2-1, 3-1 in America. Well, with 2-1, whatever the fuck the case may be, here in North America. That's why it looks, the way that it looks. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So what I'm going to say last day, what I'm saying is, will they go back, and being aggressive with the marketing and the things here that cater to, what America's like at the end of the day. You gotta know. How should I say it? Like Moses said, you got to be the master of one before you become the master of many. Don't ever turn your back on your home base. What got you to where you was at? You know what I mean? That's what I'm always said that. Even when Microsoft go out and do these shows, like they forget what their core was and what we want. You're trying to appeal it, every time Dick and Harry on the corner, and at the same time you're fucking churning and turning your back on your core. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers like me, how you say bleed green and all that weird shit. You straight alienated us. You know what I mean? And they, at the end of the day, that's on them. I don't give a fuck if they do or they don't. You know what I mean?
I'll say this though: next generation will come down to this: content, services, and pricing.
Games.
Yeah, content, services, and pricing. So, content in terms of the software that's going to be on the system, services in terms of PS Now and Game Pass and what's provided with them, and pricing in terms of the hardware itself and how easy it will be accessible to get it. Now, whichever one can grab that or get the best of each other in that area, I do believe will, start off the generation with the lead. Sony tried to build a $399 box. You could tell with the 5700 hybrid GPU that's in there, but they didn't. And could no one foresee this epidemic that we're in? And so now the pricing has come up because everything been pushed back. Cell phones will be getting majority of the chips and the flash and stuff like that. So now prices has gone up and it's pushing the price of the PS5 up. Now you have two boxes. One is more outspec the other one. And are you going to pay $500 for a lower spec box when you can get the same higher spec box for the same price?
The slower one,
you'll have people. All that won't matter. All that the GPUs, the CUs, and ray tracing, all that shit that we talk about now, it won't matter. The only thing that go determine where people put their money is the content, is the software, the exclusives, whatever you want to call them. It's the content. Whoever provides the best content, no matter what the specs is, that's where people gonna put their money.
So here's the thing with that, and I'll add to that. Sony, it's unfortunate, right? And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, every generation you start off from scratch." You really don't. People are at this point. It's been said before. This was the worst generation to lose because this brought in the content creators. This brought in the massive, amount of people watching trophies. I
agree with that.
Taking their. No, listen. I get it. Hear my point on that.
I can agree with that.
A lot of people are stuck in their ecosystems where they feel like, look, hey, I have all these games here. All these games are going to be played on the next generation console. I want to be able to play God of War now on my PS5 and see how it looks and how it runs on that. Also, people are desperately looking for the sequels to games that they got this generation. For those that bought a PlayStation, obviously, they want all of those big, massive games. They want the sequels to those. And they're not going to say, well, I'll forego Spider-Man, I'll forego God of War 2 and Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone, and all these other games. They're not going to pass that stuff up and to give up their VR and stuff like that to go over to
Knees.
Xbox. Hold on, just because you got a couple of more CUs and stuff like that most gamers don't understand anyway. People understand these games, what they show. I'm telling you, if Microsoft don't come knock it out the park come July, and I ain't talking about no Halo, Gears, and Forza. I'm talking about knock it out the park where they can outdo and outclass Sony and what Sony's IPs can show. It's a wrap. It's going to be a fucking slaughterhouse.
I will say
no way you can cut it.
I will say this, Craig. I do agree with you in terms of Microsoft knocking it out in July. I will say this on this show. I have high expectations for July. I suppose to have high expectations for July. This is first party. This is what we come to this system for. If they don't knock it out the park, I'm gonna be very fucking disappointed, and I'm gonna show it on the show. Y'all gonna see me go through one of them breakdowns again. But I do want to say this to what Jay said about the PS5 game. We said it in the 360 era about people having all the content and not want to go nowhere, and they still left all their content on the 360 and went over to the PS4. But I do believe in the next generation. Sony has already said you won't need your PS5 to play PS5 games, meaning that just like the Series X going to the cloud, I believe the PS5s will be going to the cloud too, to replace the PS3s and all them the most systems that's streaming on PS Now. I do believe PS5 will become server rack based for their new streaming servers in the next gen, where they can have more power and stream better quality and all that, and get more people and stuff on their system.
Oh, we got some bills. Look at these bills right here.
Okay, I know we got Mac. Oh, okay, let me see here. We got Xavier Bay. I'm gonna go up a little bit more. Cool man. Okay, I got that one. Okay, so here we go. We got Xavier Bay with the $2. If Halo launch with X Series X, Sony lose off the grip. Facts. I do agree with that, but that it depends on what 343 does with Halo. If it's not up to par with what Halo fans want, then it could be an open L, and it could make the Series X launch window suffer because
Halo's biggest enemy is Call of Duty problem.
Okay,
while everybody's going to be on the next Call of Duty, while the Xbox guys that buy the console will buy as well, right? They will buy Halo as well. It's free. It's on Game Pass, so they'll be playing that too. But the problem is everybody else, the rest of the world, the majority of the people will be on Call of Duty.
Well, Call of Duty is a threat to not Microsoft, but everybody. Sony line up too.
Yes, but again, it's a first party IP. Your first party shooter IP is going to get decimated by Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is a threat to any first party IP. It don't have to be a first person shooter. It could be Horizon Zero Dawn, a God of War. It could be any one of them titles.
If you're not into, here we
go.
If you're
trying
to
play this build, let me play this build, then you can get off.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm doing your ass just like you do me.
Go ahead.
Mac, I'm gonna say it so too. Mac City Entertainment with the $5. Okay, every pony I know buying an Xbox Series X, SSD speed can never beat raw power. Okay, go ahead, Kratos. Mickey.
That's the last build.
No, the last build is Top Dog 2K17.
Yeah, get them on.
PlayStation brand is too powerful. Postive 360 couldn't take over nothing real. I think the 360 got him in the end for what Aaron Greenberg said. I don't know.
Hell no, they lost about 6
in 2K17. Fuck out of here.
We got Mendoza too.
Let me see.
Say Z, when you tell this fuck nigga J-Dub that 80 million casuals didn't buy these damn consoles for these exclusives.
Okay, and then we got Laquan with the $10. PS4 owners who switch to Xbox will have a whole new library of enhanced games on Series X with Game Pass. That ecosystem argument J-Dub trying to use is a dub.
Listen,
Frank White with the $4.99. We getting your ass. Now you see how I feel, motherfucker.
Go ahead.
I love keep the super chats coming so I can keep this nigga quiet. I love the competition, and it only means that we get our money worth. So shut up, J-Dub. So shut J-Dub the hell up.
Let me ask you this: how did when the Xbox One X came out?
Home Slice, what's good with your boy?
Yeah, J Dub out here putting people to sleep. We gonna have to
No,
mute
listen.
this fuck.
When the
Oh,
Xbox One X, listen, remember, right? The Xbox One X had all these in
uh-huh.
that. How did that change the fortune of the outcome of Xbox this generation? It did not at all. You ain't want not one single fucking NPD, and the
Oh, here we
sales
go.
ain't moved. The sales benchmark ain't moved
Yeah,
a dime.
they ain't had no
So
goddamn
with
games.
all these
Uh-huh.
services, with all of these old backwards compatible and all this stuff, that shit didn't equal to nothing in the grand scheme of things. People still jumped on the fucking PS4 bandwagon and ran full steam ahead. Matter of
It
fact, the
just,
Switch. Hold on. Matter of fact, motherfucking Nintendo re-upped and dropped the Switch, and they were able to come back and surpass Xbox in 2 years, even after the goddamn X was.
Yeah,
So I'm just saying, just because you got all of this old backwards compatibility stuff and
yeah.
services and stuff, that don't translate into people saying, "Hey, they have all this consumer
Nah.
friendly stuff over here."
no,
No, you got to bring the Spider-Mans. You got to bring the big games that make people say,
Listen.
"Okay, this the
go
big
ahead.
shit."
No, I'm gonna answer that. Like, at the end of the day, right? Because let's be realistic. The hardcore, everybody say watching this dog shit show. We're the
Yeah,
hardcore. We can't lose focus of this, right? We're the guys that are gonna go out there and buy these consoles $500, right? These consoles won't
yeah,
even begin to fly and take off the shelves until they motherfuckers $300, and that's or the
exactly.
kids
I agree.
are getting their first console for Christmas. And they don't know
I
about it,
agree.
but they don't know about a Spider-Man. They don't know about a God of War. This is the first they want to play their Fortnite, X, Y, and Z, right? Or whatever bundle. Oh, you know what? And parents, they looking to save a buck. Oh, this game comes bundled with Call of Duty. I ain't got to buy $50. I'm gonna get you this one right here. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes
Mm-hmm.
down to. That's why I say it goes back to again, Microsoft have to do what they used to do. You know what I mean? At
Yeah.
the end of the day, don't get me wrong. Yes, the Mike. Now, just listen. We got to be honest with it. They for the last 2 years, right, or whatever, 2.5 years, whatever. Fuck. Not only did they not have any quality exclusive software, right, and I'm not knocking
Mm-hmm.
those that like to see it, these and stuff like that. It's cool, but when you're comparing apples to apples, comparing that to the God of Wars and Spider Man, they just fall short, right? But
Yeah.
and on top of that, they didn't even have the big multi-plat games. Sony still controlled that motherfucking aspect of things. You know what I mean? So even
Yeah.
when they launched their $500 new goddamn console, they didn't launch that bitch alongside no big goddamn multi-plat.
What?
You know what I
Y'all
mean?
know what?
Yeah.
And I
Y'all know
mean,
what?
that's the truth.
Z, you know what?
Yes.
I'm tired of your ass.
Nah, it's the truth.
I'm tired of Kratos' ass. Every motherfucking show I'm getting on this show having to defend Microsoft. You motherfuckers don't ever talk about the good and the changes that they made and how they are set up to go into this next
Hey,
generation
You
post.
don't get
to
credit
take
for doing
over.
what you're supposed to do. You don't
Yeah.
get credit for doing what you're supposed to do. That means
But
buying
don't
studios
nobody
and
want
making
to
your
hear
games.
that shit.
That's what you're supposed to do. They should have did that 3 years ago. It's too late.
Don't
Listen,
nobody
but
want to
breaking
hear.
news. Wait. We got breaking news from Linus Tech Tips. People asked him about the SSD drive and stuff like that. He said, "Look, we were mocking Microsoft, not thinking Sony is competition. That's why we did that." On another part of the show, we discussed how at the end of the day, no cloud, no infrastructure, nor cutting edge SD are going to sell next generation consoles. It'll be all about the games, just like always.
Facts.
All right.
I agree with that.
Hope we got some bills
Okay,
here.
shout
Okay,
out to
well,
Tank 4632. Shut up, Kratos. I gotta pay the bills. You gotta pay the bills. Yeah,
Tank, what's up, Tank?
Tank 4632 with the $5. He said most PS dudes, that little laugh be getting. Most PS dudes I know only play COD 2K and man, they'll be easy to flip. And only the reason they got it was price. Double O, Pain, Rain, sensitive with the $2. Never bet on green. Xbox is Foxy or no dog shit. God bless. Rain is questioning his sexuality, so bear with him. Shout out to John
Mendoza,
Mendoza.
infamous Liberal Gamer.
He
What up,
said,
baby?
what big game does Sony have at launch? Don't worry. I'll wait with the GIF. Xbox has Halo, and I'm not a Halo player. And the rumor is that Halo MP will have a free mode. We need. Well, I ain't gonna say
free
nothing
mode.
about that. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Shout out to Mac City Entertainment with the $5. Get ready to play for Last of Us 2 and Ghosts twice while Xbox enjoyed smart
And
delivery.
people will do it.
Hold on. Keep it Fox.
But like as I was saying, yes, that will be huge for them. For that game to grow. Curse me out about it last week. But I'm gonna do a separate show about that right there.
Yeah, that's why I ain't say nothing.
Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is give me my flowers while I can smell them. Goddamn it. Yeah, but you know what I mean. But like I said, come November, I hope Microsoft comes out there, bitch, punch Sony dead in their motherfucking eye. So what that's gonna do? Knock the shit out of them, right? Make sure they come back, break Microsoft jaw. Like I said today, we all win when these motherfuckers are out there battling and lobbying for our goddamn dollar. You know what I mean? And that's where they come. Like I said, I'm gonna own both goddamn consoles. I hope Microsoft, do that's man. I'm gonna leave that alone, right? Do a much better job of supporting this motherfucker than they did this generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just about how you do a better job at having software and content on the OG Xbox, and you did in your third. This ain't your first time to the dance. Your third, nigga, you're a triple. Not how you said super senior. You stayed back in senior year. Now you've been in the 12th grade 3 goddamn years in a row. Like how the fuck? You know what I mean? Nigga, 2 plus 2 is 4. At the end of the goddamn day, man. But listen, I'm sorry. Hey, Pose, you got for like at least 30 more minutes. I want to do that. I got like 2 more topics that I didn't get a chance to discuss yesterday, and I at least say 2 topics for the after show. You know what I mean? Hold on, I hear
Shout out
something.
to Frank White with the $2 while you do that, Z. Rain COD KD is .90.
Yeah.
Who cares what he says? Shout out to Home Slice.
Hey, Frank Home Slice, what's good with you, boy? Hey, like I said, this part of the show, I got 2 more topics that we're gonna discuss. Before we get out of here, I'm going over to Twitch right now. I'm gonna drop the link if you don't have it. I'm trying to find this show. Literally, just takes a click of the button. Where we at?
Get on my Mexiago right now. I want Sony to lose. I want their face in the mud. When you put the disc in the PS5, I want it to shoot it right back out. When you're trying to connect to the internet, it can't find the motherfucking Wi-Fi. The internet cable won't fit. The HDS signal won't come through your motherfucking TV.
Hey, yo, hold up. We look at my man Infamous. Hold up, Infamous. Also, too, like if you don't know. I need one more day. The guy, he just waited on one more player, and he got to give me the name. But so we got at least 4 to 5 teams. But listen, if you guys are interested, again, we have the NBA 2K tournament. And listen, right now when I say those games be heated, and fucking Neff wanted to fight yesterday. Neff wanted to fight. He said, "Man, fuck all of this. Man, this is some bull." Neff ready to throw the sticks yesterday, man. He wanted all the smoke. You left yesterday, folks. Yeah,
I watched the last season of The Last Kingdom on Netflix. It's fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna start that shit maybe tonight. But like I said, to enter the tournament, all you got to do is subscribe and follow me on Twitch and subscribe to my dog shit channel on on Twitch. Like I said, it's actually I think it's like $3. If not, it's like what the fuck is it? Like $2. It was free with Amazon Prime, and you have to follow my man Infamous Liberal Gamer. I have his shit dropping throughout the chat. You guys are looking, but here's the link again. He also do hella awesome giveaways and shit, man. I think he has some headphones, Switch, all official. This will also sponsor the Call of Duty tournaments and shit, man. But that's the link. They say it's 1 round elimination, and then the finals to be the best out of 3. I think either winner 700, loses 300, or the winners take all. It's whatever the case may be. But like I said, I got 2 more topics. We're still here. Here go the link to my Twitch channel. Come on over. Right now, like I said. Also, too, for those that ask me, did they already subscribe? For whatever reason, like wait, Amazon Prime shit is set up, whatever, you got to do it every month. Like, you know what I mean? Click the link. It's free though. I appreciate it. Help me support my dog shit ass channel. I'm over that bitch struggling like Kid Smooth on The Last of Us, bro. For real. Yeah, I said I spend that's a full-time job. I make about $37 a month. Yeah. Oh, yo, I did, bro. I screamed for that bit, but I was bugging the fuck out, bro. Yeah. I was streaming about 10 hours, bro. I got 2 subscribers and made about $3, 300 bits, about $3.33, man. Another stream like that, bitch. I'm gonna eat your ass, man. Pause. You know what I mean? Me and my children, Galaxy Jones, the global elitists, before I starve in China, I'll eat your ass. I got another goddamn stream like that, man. God damn. You know I'm doing this shit for the love. But anyway, this is the link right here to my live stream. I will be up there in literally 1 second. Click the button right here. Well, come on in right now. Come on over.